for real? Oh no. Let's go.
Boston
State of OH! Today. In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA! USA! USA!
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You ping!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. on this MLB official opening day Thursday, March 26, 2026. This program begins now. Sports are the greatest, and it's officially opening day for MLB. And we are a baseball group, aren't we?
Yeah.
Let's play ball. It's game day. It was a fun one last night as the Yankees beat the hell out of the San Francisco Giants to officially kick off MLB today. Now all the other teams, and then tomorrow will be kicking off their 162-game journey to find out who's going to be seated high enough to play in the playoffs to potentially become the Misters of October and win an MLB Super Duper.
Yeah, the Commissioner's
pennant.
Trophy. Well, you want to win the pennant as well.
A couple of those.
On the way.
That's what we're looking to do, all these teams today. Obviously, stars across the board taking the mound and the field and the batter's box for the first time all season. Paul Skenes, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be taking on the Mets. He's fresh out of a World Baseball Classic where he was dealing, had to take on a home run derby all-star lineup in the Dominican Republic. That's his last outing that we've seen. Let's assume he'll be able to deal with the lowly $350 million plus salary New York Mets today. Paul Skenes obviously showed up looking incredible today in a suit. He's obviously ready to do his thing, as are all the boys. Shohei Ohtani, we've been getting word out of spring training here that he's pitching all over the place. 11 strikeouts in 4 innings of work. Yes, there's only 12 outs in 4 innings in baseball, unless they change the rules. I don't know. There was a new rule on last night that they kind of skipped over live as it was happening, the ABS. But there's new things happening in baseball. And this guy down here, he's certainly new to society as well. This guy does everything. This guy's outrageous. The stars are in abundance, and I think MLB is going to hold up its end of the bargain this season. There has been a goal made around the Thunderdome. Let's head over to the Talks the Table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Ty, huge day. Congrats to your Yankees last night. What a second inning, I believe. 5 runs, I believe you guys put up there. Jazz Chisholm was mic'd up. He was awesome. Aaron Judge struck out 100 times, but everybody else was good. Feels like it was a good night to be a Yankee. And how do we feel about baseball officially starting?
Very excited that baseball is back. Very excited that the Yankees beat the hell out of the Giants, and Logan Webb, who we just saw look untouchable in the World Baseball Classic, gets roughed up like he rarely did last year. So I'm feeling great. Yeah, you mentioned it. You on a big showcase platform like that, you'd like to see Judgy not wear the golden sombrero and strike out 4 times, something he didn't do all of last year. But that's why if you're a Yankees fan, you're feeling good. Bottom of the order came through. They had a lot of hard hit balls. So anytime you're beating a team 7-0, you're feeling pretty damn good going into the next day.
The Yankees' 7-run win is their largest in a game in which Aaron Judge struck out at least 4 times. There's 15 games in which this has happened, so it's not completely abnormal. Those of us who bet on him to maybe
do something,
a hit
on the ball,
didn't love watching it. I mean, but there's a chance that Aaron Judge right now is overthinking, because I heard Barry Bonds in there talking. That was the first time I've heard Barry in an extended conversation with anybody anywhere, and I think he even admitted that at one point. He said, I didn't talk to my teammates. Honestly.
Yeah, terrible teammate off the field.
No, but on the field, I'm exactly everything you want.
Walks.
But they were chit-chatting about the Aaron Judge. Maybe he's thinking too much, And you could start to think about how thinking would potentially really get in the head and affect whenever you got to be free. You got to be smooth. You got to time things up. Anytime you're dealing with timing, if there's any thinking and any fidgeting, you're obviously going to mess that up. So in punting and kicking, it's a very similar thing. Golf is a similar thing. I assume pitching is a similar thing. And then batting, if you're thinking, that's definitely not what you want to be doing. Now, I have gotten a base hit off of Clayton Kershaw.
That's a good point.
Right.
Well done.
Documented.
Okay, so I know what it's like to be in there with a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly.
You got good wood.
Yeah, exactly. I know what it's like to be in there. The first couple when you're thinking in there, the only thing I'm thinking is, I can't believe I'm doing this. And then he hit a curveball and I go. Then I had to actually get into a mode where it was like, hey, we're just look and swing. Mm-hmm. If you start to think, you have no chance. If Aaron Judge, this is game 1?
Yeah, exactly. That's why there's no panic, because baseball is one of those things where it's
is this going to be a 162 game overthrow session for Aaron Judge?
Let's not forget the WC final either.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like I said, you don't want to necessarily start the season in a bit of a slump.
We had no hits in that WBC final.
He had 3 strikeouts, I believe.
Oh.
But
7 of his last 8.
This is a guy who's won.
We love Aaron Judge.
3 MVPs in the last 4 years. He won the batting title last year. Like, he's a great hitter. Baseball is one of those things too, where you can't, if you strike out 4 times in the first game, you can't just be like,
oh boy, I'm pressing, I got to change my entire process, because that's how you end up striking out 30 times in your next 40 at bats. So he'll be fine.
Aaron Judge ain't gonna do that.
No, exactly. He'll be fine. He'll be just fine. And I'm sure for once, for him, it was nice to be like, oh great, I don't got to put the entire team on my back and do everything. Everybody else can chip in, and I can have an off night too.
Jazz Chisholm said very familiar faces in the clubhouse. We all like each other. We all hang out with each other as his family. Everybody's coming back. We all get it how it is. So, this year could be the year for the Yankees. That's certainly what it looked like last night. Netflix had their debut in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you give him a little bit of grace because it was the first one, but I was not a fan.
What are you talking about?
It just a lot of kind of
me, new baseball fan.
Right.
I don't know what it's supposed to look like. I do know 3 outs, a lot of stats, strikes, balls, innings.
Mm-hmm.
I could see how people were complaining about that in the baseball world.
Right. Score bug was not good.
Hey, we need to know what's happening in the pitching. This was great, though.
It was. This was awesome.
This was phenomenal.
It was.
Jazz Chisholm was incredible. I think that was the most loose I've ever seen somebody actually do it. Gave great answers, came across very likable, made no mistakes, and is a stud. So I think it was a phenomenal give and take. But there are some things I think in the production that people are upset about, like, hey, we got to know how many strikes and balls and outs and who is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Also, we have no idea what's going on in that particular aspect. So I think maybe they were trying to get too cinema-y, you think? Maybe trying to clear the frame, clear the picture a little bit without realizing, like, hey, we kind of live and die with the information that is on that as baseball watchers.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but also I wasn't, that was what I was expecting, was like, hey, they can probably have that like little extra flair of cinema that like an ESPN broadcast wouldn't have, but I wasn't overly, like, it's what we talk about with a lot of these other things when like a new place comes in and does sports. It's like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, people have figured out how to broadcast a baseball game. Like, we know what to, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Like, they try to do something, and I knew there was going to be a bunch of goofy bullshit with Netflix associated
now,
with it.
on that note, Bert showcasing that people hit it into water, and this is what happens. And we've been watching this since Barry was playing with the Giants.
Right.
I like that gimmick.
Yeah.
I think Bert's the one to be out
I wasn't
there.
opposed to this at all.
Barrel roll.
Exactly.
Would have liked to see Bert.
Something like that.
Because I know
exactly.
Bert could do it. He said it was cold out there, though. He said shirtless was certainly a decision that he felt obligated to make. Obviously felt like that. But boy, it was a bad one because it was a little breezy and the temperature had changed. Would have seen some kayak tricks maybe, but instead, that is a big part of the San Francisco Giants stadium, I do believe.
It is. So like that, I thought, like that's cool because that is, people do that. They go there and they buy tickets and they sit out in the bay and try to catch a homer. Like they would do that instead. But like you talked about it earlier, like this was just weird. Like those guys don't really have any chemistry with each other, and it just felt so forced.
It's all about Fatu.
Yeah, and I don't think
Jimmy Uso.
I don't think any of them were bad, but it's just like, it's a 7-0 ball game. I don't know if Jimmy Uso is actually a Giants fan. If he was, though, like he played it like he was. He was like, my team is getting their ass beat right now. I don't want to do whatever goofy bullshit we have to do right now. Like, what pump up speech would you give him right now, Jimmy? He was just like, we need to score some runs, man. It was just
See,
like,
Jimmy gets it. That's what we're saying. But you're saying they took a lot of shots, maybe not all worked. And on that note, the lefties looking like they were sent from the baseball gods with a little bit of a glow around them with that, the Adobe ad behind it. I love that happened because that's something that, in theory, super genius.
Exactly.
We can actually sell 6 of those if we just kind of rotate them.
Yep.
The NHL's been doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
The NHL board space used to be like, this is what we're talking, NASCAR type shit. But the board space in hockey, way back in the day, was a huge deal. And that's how companies would be like, hey, we're a part of the city, basically. So once the whole green screen, we could kind of put it on, people in the stadium see one thing, people watching at home see another thing, and then they found out that they can just cycle those things through there. It was like, boom, this is what we're doing. Oh, yeah, and we could put shit on the ice. Because the ice, we could do that as well. So the NHL has really weaponized the technology of being able to put shit that isn't there and being able to just cycle through it. So in baseball, I assume they've been doing this for a while, or maybe this is one of the first times.
No.
This is the first time?
No, I'm saying that this, like, you see this on if you watch your team, you see this on every local broadcast, and it's never an issue. It doesn't look like.
Okay, so this is not brand new technology for baseball.
No, not at all. That's why it was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is it, we know how to do this and have it not look weird on TV.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, Netflix, you did it.
Yeah,
first baseball night. Thank you for getting into sports. We appreciate it, but sports have already been done basically, and as we continue to transition into this new era of different platforms, different people, what we would like to just continue to echo as somebody who has potentially talked to some of these people and just have somebody in the room who's done whatever you're looking for people to do, Like, somebody that has watched baseball should be in the room.
You would think.
But all these people are in baseball.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody's in. Do you have anybody that's ever like sat and watched baseball and like, hey, we need the score? But incredible job.
Yeah.
Crushed.
Incredible, absolutely
Like
incredible.
the theatricality of this stuff was incredible.
Incredible. There was a lot of good stuff.
That was awesome.
But like that score, they're incredible. This thing dissipates. Like all of it was awesome. The score bug though not being on there is like, hey, I feel like that's rule number one. And then also seeing stuff like this is where Fox went wrong, or whoever was cutting World Baseball Classic. Like, need to see the pitch, and that's baseball right there.
Yeah,
need to see that. So if you're going to pump in other highlights in there to keep the action, we appreciate it, I think. But what baseball people are saying, I'm not considering myself a baseball person, but we need to see what baseball is there and there. So all the other shit's on top of it. And good luck going forward. And we appreciate you investing money in sport.
Absolutely.
Like we do appreciate you investing money in sport.
It's very cool and it's different, so it's kind of exciting. But like you mentioned it, like with the ABS thing, like they dedicated a bunch of time to that in the pre-show. This is a big deal. This is the first time this has ever happened in Major League Baseball, like a massive moment in the history of baseball. And they fucking missed it on the broadcast because they wanted to interview Tony Vitello, first-time manager for the Giants. Like, and these things stink. The managers are never going to say anything. Like, the Jazz thing was cool. Like, you can do away with that, but for them to miss that moment when they dedicated a bunch of time to it, had John Cena come in and explain what it was and all this kind of stuff, everyone's talking about it. Like, that should be kind of rule number one. Hey, make sure that we kind of go into this because this is going to be a big deal moving forward. And then they just completely missed it. It was just like crazy. And, saying first pitch is going to be at 8:05 and then having first pitch not be till 8:25, like that really irks me. Maybe other people didn't really care as much about that.
Baseball always starts on time.
These are long games. We don't need to delay it. Don't pull the rug over my eyes and tell me it's going to be 8:05 because then by 8:13, I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, I could be going to get something done, but I know as soon as I go do that, I'm going to miss first pitch. So I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to let Netflix shove whatever they want down my throat about, high sales, Winds of the Sea that's starting in 2 weeks. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. And then boom, finally, 8:25. Boy, I was about to fall asleep, but now we got first pitch. So I'm back. I'm ready to go. It just, it's their first one, but yeah, a lot to be desired, I'd say.
And baseball's good. So let's remember that.
Yeah, Yanks won. That's all I care about.
And baseball isn't boring. I guess this is a podcast that a gentleman does.
I believe so.
Sent shirts to the Thunderdome. Good packaging. Broke through. Mm-hmm. Not easy to crack the code. A lot of things get shipped here. Tough to crack through. People have come up with some very creative ideas. And to them, we say we thank you. If they're too asinine, straight to the fire. Mm-hmm. But if they're clever, let's see what that is.
Open it up.
Let's see what that is. Let's see. There's been a lot of things. Somebody has sent a package in the form of a man wearing a thong.
That's right.
With a guitar.
Happy George.
That was our favorite.
And what happened?
Guy has not gotten hired, but I did see his resume.
He cracked the code.
And I think he went to Ball State. And if we're hiring, we will certainly reach out to him because we know where that resume still is, but it did get through, and we appreciate that. This particular shirt was in a great box. Got through, parked right on top of there, opened it up. Felt like it was a sign from the baseball gods. Literally saw it this morning. Fits perfectly. One half of the hammer.
Dahn!
Cowboys, baseball isn't boring. You've been trying to say this my whole life. You have been a massive Pirates fan, obviously played baseball. This is the first time the Pirates actually have a chance this year. And Paul Skenes on the mound gets everybody excited. What are we betting on in baseball? Obviously, you said first five today. Yeah. Is there anything we need to see after what we learned last night? Are the WBC boys not going to be great? Like, how do we kind of view what we saw last night going into today, Toad?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the WBC boys, the pitching, last night wasn't great from our WBC guy. Aaron Judge struck out 4 times. I don't know if that's an anomaly or not. We'll see today, obviously, with Skenes on the mound and others going who are in the WBC. Shohei being one of them. Obviously, Bryce Harper batting was in the WBC and many, many others tonight. There's 11 games today, and you can bet on literally everything. You can bet on home runs, singles, how many doubles, how many total bases, how many strikeouts, how many innings they're going to go, the game lines, over-unders, first 5, first inning. I did last night no run in the first inning, which was a bit of a sweat. We had first and third, but we got through that. You could have a yes run in the first inning. Literally with baseball, you could bet. There are so many things to bet on. And it's a great time. The account has been emptied, so if today doesn't go well,
let's go.
Yeah, huge shout out to the Lakers last night. You're up 30, I think, in the third quarter. That's unbelievable. Obi Toppin, congrats on making that. Boom. 8.5 is the spread here. 137, 127. Obviously, that's 10. And that's 7.
Buckets.
And the game's over, and the Lakers win, and the Pacers continue to lose. Okay? Look, could have scored 100 points last night if he wanted to.
Yeah.
LeBron James doing stuff. He's dunking on guys.
Exactly.
Lakers are playing no defense here.
Win by. Not only that, look at the game, but boom, minus 1,100, $5,000
Tyrese
just a couple
is
weeks
laughing
ago.
about it.
Oh,
Thanks.
Tyrese's having time of his life, huh? Happy to see you up and Adam. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Genuinely happy to see that.
No joke.
Very happy for you, Tyrese. Very, very happy for you.
No, we're not.
But I was not in a good spot when I saw this clip for the first time. I woke up this morning. I saw we were up 100, whatever, in the third quarter.
Yep.
Go to bed. Wake up this morning. Check the old DraftKings account because now I'm going to make some plays for opening day. Money's gone.
That can't be right. They made a mistake.
Void?
I go into my bets to see if the crown was mine, and it just didn't get transferred over. The crown has still never been mine. I am still scrolling through Reds. I mean, it has been a tough time. I have no idea how we lost that. And then Mick goes, "Did you see, man? I was with you.
I was celebrating already.
Look at this shot by Obi," and it bounces. He goes, "That's how we lost." I was there, man. He is actually there. He said he was celebrating the dub as they were coming down, so it's actually his fault why we lost. But nonetheless, today, I'm going to have to put more money into the... But today, okay, we're hitting bets.
Yes.
All day.
Today, we know what baseball is.
That's right.
Today, we're fully invested in MLB for a season.
Yeah.
Joining us now is a man who's obviously going to help us for that, going to help us through it all. He's a guy who has been preaching baseball to us pretty loudly.
Yeah.
With incredible hair and always a good-looking fit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of baseball to multiple generations, ESPN's own Jeff Passan. I like
Gentlemen, happy opening day to everyone.
Dude, happy opening day to you. Even though opening night was last night, how do we kind of judge that? Is that normal? What's normal? What's not normal?
What is normal anymore?
Well said, Jet.
That's all. That's what the good, the bad, and the ugly's all about. You know what I mean? What is normal? What is normal? That's a good call by you. I enjoyed watching the Yankees get hot in the second inning there. I enjoyed watching, baseball get celebrated for an evening. I enjoyed the thought that another league is kicking off, another journey to championship stuff last night. And it got me pumped up about today, Jet. And when I talked to you this morning, I think I told you this. We're making a pact and a pledge in here in the Thunderdome. We're going to try to watch 100 of the games of the teams that we root for this year. 100. Now,
Hell yeah.
not going to be able to watch the whole thing. Nobody's expecting that. But at least follow along with 100 games of 162 season. I'm with the Buckeye. I'm with the Buccos. I'm with the Brewers. Royals. Dodgers. I love the Dodgers.
Cubbies, maybe?
Who's that?
Cubbies, maybe?
I like the Cubs.
Phillies.
Yeah, I like Bryce Harper. So I'm 100 games.
100 amongst them, not 600 total.
Yeah, okay. I cannot get 100 per, but I'm going to follow along, okay? And it starts today with Paul Skenes. Can you tell me who I need to expect to win this entire thing? Is it Dodgers again? Is it Yankees again? Or the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are the most bet-on team, I believe, on DraftKings because of how good their odds are and how they've done in the past whenever they've spent actual money? Like, what other storylines do you think we need to watch for this particular season, and what should today tell us about all of it?
The Dodgers are the clear favorites. And Pat, we haven't seen a team like the Dodgers since the 1998 to 2000 Yankees. They're one of only two franchises ever, along with the 72 to 74 A's, to win 3 consecutive World Series championships. So that's what the Dodgers are trying to do this season. And they're trying to do it with arguably their most talented team ever. You've got Shohei, they've got Freddie Freeman, they've got Mookie Betts, their rotation, and then they bring in Kyle Tucker. And then they bring in Edwin Diaz. And it's like, Roki Sasaki is struggling this spring. And the Dodgers say, so what? We got 4 more starters who are every bit as good, if not better than he is after them. And, I think for fans, there is certainly some frustration that it feels like it's a done deal. But let's not forget, the Los Angeles Dodgers went almost a decade of winning like they are now without getting a World Series championship. It's hard at the end of the year to be crowned champion. And so the idea that this is a done deal, no, it's not close. Are the Dodgers going to win the National League West? Yeah, probably. But after that, October's a weird time, man. And so I think it's good, frankly, in some ways that there are all these other teams chasing this monolith, this mega team that they've put together. And you see on the board there, the New York Yankees, good baseball team. Seattle Mariners, they are my pick to win the American League. The New York Mets are going to be interesting. And that opening day matchup, Pat, with Paul Skenes rolling into Citi Field today, the newly constructed New York Mets against arguably the best pitcher in the world right now, like that's going to be a hell of a game on a slate, frankly, of a bunch of good games today.
Yeah, I think there is a packed slate, which we're excited about. A lot of stars that we remember and know, which I think is a good part of what MLB had last year. The stars played well. So, like Aaron Judge striking out 4 times last night, not necessarily that big of a bummer because at WBC, for most people, we saw him hitting the ball all over the place. But I think like if we didn't have WBC and we just had opening night last night and Aaron Judge does shitty, I think it's not good for baseball.
I agree. Yeah.
I think it is. Genuinely, the stars playing well in baseball, I think, is good for baseball. And last year, it felt like all the stars were playing well, and we got this new big dumper character that's hitting it from both sides of the plate. It felt like last year had a lot of good storylines, and that's because the big names were playing well, and the marquee were playing well. And the last question for me, as we clean up kind of the Dodgers are going for greatness that has never been seen before. Roki Sasaki, obviously great righty. Let's talk about another great righty out of Japan, Shohei Ohtani. 11 strikeouts, 4 innings. There's 12 outs, right? So that's 11 of 12 strikeouts. He's full-time pitcher this year while also being hitter for the Dodgers. How do we view the Shohei Ohtani season, and have we ever seen anything like this before?
If we have seen something like this, it was 100 years ago. And it was in the Negro Leagues, and then before that, it was Babe Ruth. But something like this in the modern era, no, we have not. And here's the thing, Pat. Shohei Ohtani has won 4 MVPs in his career. It was interesting, though. The last time he was a full-time pitcher, 4 years ago at this point, wound up blowing out his elbow the next year. But his batting actually suffered a little bit, but he had his best pitching season, started 28 games, had like a 2.3 ERA. And I think Shohei Ohtani finding this version of himself again is going to be something to really keep an eye on over the course of the season, because nobody else can do this. Like, absolutely nobody else. Guys have tried, and it's just too difficult. But him, he is as locked in of an athlete as I've seen. It's interesting, though. I was talking with Dave Roberts, Dodgers manager, and I was like, you've been with Shohei for 3 years now. What sort of evolution have you seen? And he said, when he got here, we got the sense that he was solely and intently focused on being the best baseball player of all time. And he's loosened up a little over the last couple of years, and he's more comfortable now. And, with everything with Ipe, his translator, seemingly in the past at this point, he has the ability to focus on being that best ball player ever. And I'll tell you what, there's no better way to show that, to absolutely indelibly stamp that on your resume than to have the kind of year that he can if he's pitching full time and also hitting at an MVP level.
What I asked him if I thought he could strike himself out, and he said yes. I think he views himself as a pitcher who can hit, right?
Yeah. He was, when he came over here, the belief was that most teams wanted him to be only a pitcher. And his insistence on hitting is how he wound up with his team in Japan. And it's one of the reasons that the Angels said, yeah, you can do whatever you want. He didn't get the sense that they were going to make him strictly into a pitcher like some organizations wanted to.
See, so I think this is a big personal thing for him, because there's a lot of people, I think baseball people, that are much smarter in the sport than I and have a lot more research on the topic than I do, especially, with the modern stats that we have for medical and everything like that. It's like, I think personally he wants to be a pitcher, doesn't care about like, hey, you're going to burn yourself out for hitting or you're going to be this. I think like since he's a little kid, I think he's viewed himself as a pitcher. So I think he probably wants to be respected as a pitcher. I think that might be a deep, I see myself as this the entire thing. Yeah. Like when I got drafted,
he points to himself too.
When I got drafted to punt instead of field goal kick, it was like, I'm a kicker. I'm not a punter. I do these things, but I'm a kicker. And then lo and behold, Vinatieri's still playing. I think he just retired. They're like, well, yeah, okay, you'll get a chance whenever Adam Vinatieri retires. Like, all right, this old guy will certainly do that. And then lo and behold, he never retired. He was always better than me. So it's like, yeah, okay, I'm never going to do it. But I assume there's something in him that's like, I'm supposed to be. This is who I am. So if he's fully locked in and the Dodgers are promoting it, and you said he wants to be the greatest baseball player of all time, we got fireworks all season, it sounds like, from Shohei. I am excited about that. That's good for baseball. Also good for baseball, Tony's boy doing his thing. Con Man has a question for you, Jet.
Yeah, Jet, obviously Tony's boy is going to do his thing. I think we all know that. That is a fact. He's the future of the baseball league. But what do you think about the balls this season, Jet? Can we assume there's going to be nights like last night, not many dingers, or are we expecting kind of the balls to be a little more juiced, a lot of home runs? Let's make this super entertaining, especially if next year we might not have baseball.
The great question, Connor, because I got a number of texts from people this spring training who are convinced that the balls are juiced now. Now, some of this was based on what was going on out in Arizona, and you guys were out in Arizona a little bit earlier this month, so you saw, for lack of a better term, it was hot as balls out there. Like, it was gross all spring long, and with warmer weather, the balls go flying a little bit more. So maybe it was that. I asked around, and the league said there's no difference in the exit data right now, but the league on this matter has been a little wishy-washy in the past. So,
I like juiced balls.
Yeah.
We can't do juiced dudes, right?
Yeah,
Because that's not safe, even though the science nowadays, from my understanding, is pretty good. Who knows what it is long term, but it is pretty good, which, back in juice baseball days, we all remember what was going on. So if we get, or juice guys baseball days, that's good.
Yeah.
If we could just have juice baseballs that are going to add a little bit more excitement, maybe get some more balls into the kayaks where Bert Kreischer was.
Your buddy Skenes is not going to like that. Like,
Skenes doesn't care.
They're not hitting his balls.
Yeah, Skenes doesn't care. Skenes says, no excuses. He stands so casually, too. Like, whenever he stands on the bump, I guess, he just starts out so casual. Just like, I wonder how they get to all their different, like, how many different stances have they gone to get to? Because, I pitched about a quarter of an inning.
Yeah,
I had 3 different styles of, I think my leg's supposed to
confusing them.
And then Clayton Kershaw comes down with that big son of a bitch right there. That was a pretty intimidating situation. I wonder how they get there. But yeah, you're right. The pitchers don't love juice balls, but throw where the bat ain't. Okay?
Good point.
Throw where the bat ain't.
Listen
We don't have to
you.
worry about it.
Listen, big strikeout guy, Pat McAfee. I like it.
No, I'm a big home run guy. I want to see home runs. But on that note, I want to see Paul Skenes strike out everybody. I don't like watching Logan Webb. I don't like what happened to Logan Webb last night.
He'll be fine. I
don't like what happened because
Couple CNI singles.
I'm a big fan of him.
I don't know if I go that far. They hit the piss out of him.
Yeah,
but he'll be fine.
Yeah, it looked like a bad inning. They really started going there. I don't like what happened. But those guys, I would like them to strike everybody out. Everybody else, I want home runs. I like offense. I like seeing Bam Adebayo go for 83 points on ethical or unethical buckets.
Yeah. Well said.
They honored him overseas, by the way, with a banner. I don't know if you saw that.
No, did they?
Yeah. In Taiwan, they actually put a banner up. Unfortunately, they put Dwight Howard on it instead of Bam Adebayo. But they did put a banner up for the 83.9.
That's right.
Dwight's big over there.
He is. He is. We talked to him recently. A lot has happened. A lot has happened, but hey,
NBA champion.
As sports, baby. As sports as we continue to go. Baseball, juice balls, I think is good. I want to see dingers except for against Paul Skenes. You skipped over the Pirates when you were talking about who's going to win this entire thing. So, riddle me this. I saw a stat online. Andrew Filipponi, Pony Express posted that the Pittsburgh Pirates are 22nd in salary this year. Okay. The last time we were this high in salary, we won 95 games or something like that.
More.
And then we won on a little bit of a run in playoffs.
Coach won MVP.
The Pirates are trying, and also the Pirates were forced to watch Yinzers tell them what it would mean if they weren't asked for once.
Great.
It was pretty good video. This is good social media. I don't know who did it, who created this, who came up with the idea. Maybe Nottingham himself did to motivate the boys. Whoever came up with the idea, good. And also to the Pirates players that sat there and actually watched it. Thank you for doing that, because that could have been something they easily could have been like, oh, that's dope. Yeah, sweet. All right, see you later. But instead, it sounds like they all want to win for Pittsburgh. They're the most bet on team. Can you tell me a little bit about the teams like the Pirates, who maybe aren't the big seller or spenders, which are certainly a part of this next collective bargaining conversation? Who are the teams we should look at, right? Aren't the Tigers one of those teams? The Guardians, aren't they one of the teams?
The Royals.
The Royals are in there. Which one of these teams is most poised to kind of go on a run, and who should we be watching that we know, I guess, at this stage?
Pat, I got this buddy named Clark, and Clark loves nothing more than going to the casino, sitting down in front of the dancing drum slot machine and saying, today's going to be my day. Today is going to be my day. That's how Pittsburgh Pirates fans feel right now. Yeah. Today is going to be their day, that this season has a chance to be their day. And let me tell you something. When you've got Paul Skenes in that rotation, and when you've got Bubba Chandler in that rotation, you've got Braxton Ashcraft and Mitch Keller.
We got an Ashcraft
Jones coming back. They got the Ashcraft. The Ashcraft can play, Pat.
He can.
He's going to have it.
Seth Hernandez
He's
is coming
going
up
to
too.
have a good season.
Cracking bats, kicking ass. That's Ashcraft baseball.
Connor Griffin's going to be up
Exactly right.
eventually.
That's right. We know all these guys. Shit.
If they can play good hands, well, if they can play better defense than you, and if they can just hit the ball a little bit, their pitching, Pat, I realistically believe that the Pittsburgh Pirates have a chance to make the playoffs this year. I think their starting pitching is that good. And look, maybe this is not the season. Maybe it's next year. Maybe it's after that. Oh, look at this. Everyone. Hold on. Can we get a couple games of catch going right now? Like, is there enough room in there?
Hit a home run yesterday. Thanks. Don't worry about it. Almost broke camera.
We're skipping Stone all day.
Yeah, I know what we're doing. Okay, so the Pirates are going to playoffs. That's all I want to hear. I like that a lot. Now, let's talk about other teams that are going to make the playoffs. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Jet, so I know you like the Mariners in the AL, and the Dodgers in all likelihood will be representing the NL. What are the chances you think that 4 teams from the AL East get into the playoffs this year? A lot of people have been very high on the Red Sox after what they did this offseason. Obviously, the Yankees, Blue Jays arguably were the best team in baseball last year, and then the Orioles are kind of up and coming. I've seen a lot of that. Like, what is your prediction for the AL East this year?
I don't think they're going to get 4 playoff teams. And I don't think so because when you look at the American League Central guys, like there are a couple of bad teams there. And I think Detroit and Kansas City are both good. And I'm not saying Detroit and Kansas City are necessarily going to make the playoffs, but American League East is just going to be beaten up on each other. You know, you look in the AL West, and I think the Mariners are clearly the best team there. But every other team you can make an argument for, like the A's can hit. The Rangers, I think Wyatt Langford has a legitimate shot to be an MVP candidate. He is really, really good. The Houston Astros, year in, year out, they're good. So when you got the ALEs beating up on each other in the fashion that they are, I think it's just going to be difficult for 4 teams to get to 90-plus wins. But damn, they're talented teams. Like, you can make a great argument in favor of the Yankees. The Red Sox rotation is good and deep, and I think Roman Anthony is going to have a monster year. The Orioles, it's a brand new team, it seems like, but Pete Alonso in the middle of that lineup. I got a big year ahead for Gunnar Henderson and a completely revamped rotation. And then, of course, let's not forget the Blue Jays, who took the Dodgers to 1 out in the 9th inning in Game 7 of the World Series last year, and frankly, probably should have won that series. We can't be sleeping on them. So
just real quick, I know they're a Canadian team, so you're going to want them to win more than here. Okay. Yeah, I don't even need to hear that they should have won.
I am tired of the slander here. I am tired of the slander, McAfee.
I know. It was a fun run watching. I mean, not for you. not for you. And obviously we saw you personally and through the FaceTime through the entirety of it all. But it was that World Baseball Classic was the greatest, dude.
So awesome.
That was the greatest, Jet. I couldn't be a bigger fan of what's going on there.
It's made us want to watch, it's made us each individually want to watch the 100 games of our teams.
Yes.
Because of that.
And isn't that the point, though? Isn't that like the beauty of that tournament, that you guys got to see in person what that Venezuela heavy crowd was like, it was different. Like, it's not baseball like we expect or we come to know in the U.S., but it opened your eyes to what the game's like around the world, and it allows you to appreciate what's coming more. And that's why the WBC is great. It's not a matter of who won. It's a matter of it makes you love the ball.
I would like us to win. We would like us to win.
It would have been nice. Yeah. It would have been nice.
That would have been a great night.
Yeah.
Oh, not that it wasn't. But walking out of there,
I saw you guys afterward. Yeah, you looked like you had a good night, Pat.
We did, but you didn't see us outside when we had to do the around all the ponches.
Yeah.
You know, ponches.
They're taking shots at the bar.
Yeah,
We're just
having so much fun singing, dancing. We're just walking behind them. Like, didn't even think we were going to lose this. Didn't even think about this being a possibility. Because we got a long way to get home here now. We got to figure out how to get to the parking lot that we were at. A lot of shutdown roads.
no idea.
No clue how to get there.
Where's the driver?
Okay, absolutely. Yep, certainly. Everything. Then we get the driver. All right, now we got to get to airport. Yeah, right. That's going to take forever. No chance that's happening. We just sat there. Miami, yeah, we're doing that. Then obviously get on plane. Far. That shit's way down there. And then when we land, what was it, 4 degrees?
And we're still losers.
And we lost the whole time. We didn't even think about any of that.
Your voice was gone that night too.
Yeah.
I had to cheer for
America.
a fan. Yeah, I was a fan out there. But that night, what I learned about baseball and why it isn't boring, baseball isn't boring. Shout out. You know who did this, right? You know this guy?
I do. Rob Bradford. Great guy.
Hey,
Good
Rob.
podcast.
Okay.
Thank you, Rob.
All right, Bobo.
Bob, good work getting this in here. What I realized is the parts that I thought were the most boring, okay, we're actually maybe just building pieces to the story here. You know, this is kind of just, this is building the story that's happening. If Bryce Harper did not hit that 2-run home run, I think baseball loses me forever. I think baseball loses me forever. And I'm not saying that matters. I'm just talking as a personal experience. I'm not saying like, no, you know, I'm not doing that. I'm just telling you, me personally as a fan would have never fucking watched baseball again. I would have never, not a single, yeah, right. Is this what I'm going to invest my life in? He hits that home run though. And I feel that moment of like, oh, it's even better now because we didn't have anything for so long. Like, that was just like, I guess it would be called a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It was like a euphoric experience.
It was exactly like that. So what I used to think was like terrible was the build up to that. Like, geez Louise, this sucks. But then when that moment happens and it's a full, I mean, it was like a volcanic eruption of happiness came out of my body. It was outrageous, you know. I've never felt that with a sport before. Obviously, with daughter,
I love you. Like you're finally seeing it. All this time,
I'm feeling it.
All these years, I've been coming on this show, man, and been preaching the way I've been preaching. That's what it was for. That moment right there.
Thank you, Bryce.
And you know, it's impossible not to love, and it's why. Listen, it's a long season ahead, Pat, and there are unquestionably some moments in a baseball season, where you're like, God, this is a lot of time. This is a lot of energy I'm investing in. The way I look at it is you're investing in a durable thing. And what I mean by that, our attention spans are so bifurcated right now. We got things coming at us right and left. Yeah. We got,
insidious
we're
stuff.
Getting pulled in every direction. It's quite insidious.
Good movie.
You know, we're getting pulled all this. This is our ability to invest in a story. And that's what a baseball season is. Every baseball season is a story that's told in 162 chapters, and all you're hoping for is for a little overtime in October where those are the most meaningful moments. And given time for that, investing, because that's what it is. It's an investment. Investing time in that, it's worth it, man. And it's what makes the game as great as it is.
That's why it isn't boring.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's building. You know,
baseball is building.
Baseball is building because you're building to somewhere till you get to that climax, and then you hit it. And then Venezuela shouldn't win after that. Bifurcate, divide into two branches or forks. Just below Cairo, the river bifurcates is an example. Nice. Good word. We appreciate you bringing that into our lives for sure. Brother. And thank you for promoting baseball as much to us. You've finally cracked the code. We're in. And now, granted,
hell yeah.
It can't happen. We know that physically. Paul Skenes gives up fucking 10 home runs today. I'm probably not watching baseball ever again. But
maybe one. I doubt 10.
We're talking about Paul Skenes here.
Yeah.
Well, the issue is
not happening.
Who's leadoff for the Mets? Do we know?
Well, their lineup is
Lindor.
Francis.
Is he a good hitter?
Yes,
great.
he is.
Yeah.
He's very good.
He knocked that dude out at second base at one time.
I love him.
Yeah.
I like the way this guy plays base. That's not him, I guess.
Yeah, you're thinking of Jose Ramirez, who's also very good.
Okay, I love him. Is he lead off for the Mets today against Paul Skenes?
No, he plays for the Guardians.
Okay, so
They may see them down the road.
Okay, so who is lead off for the Mets?
Francisco Lindor.
Okay, he's a good hitter?
Very good, yeah.
So he knows that Paul's coming with fucking straight gas on that first pitch. Is this thing that everybody knows? Everybody in baseball knows the first pitch is a fastball?
Yeah, because if you throw a first pitch off speed, you're just kind of a dick.
Yeah, so the first pitch is potentially the worst part of the whole night for the pitching team, basically, right? Like, that's what I learned through WBC. Our first pitch was getting yanked back-to-back-to-back
First 3 games, yeah.
And I'm like, hey, how come we're just giving up fucking jacks to start the game? That's not a fun way to start the game. And then I'm told, like, yeah, pitcher has to throw a fastball on that first one. It's like, do we have to? Every time they're like,
doesn't have to. You know what? Skenes might come in with a splinker on the first one. That's what I want to see. Like, looks like a fastball, then dies a death at the end.
yeah, I like that. I just don't like that we just feel obligated because of a sports thing that we got to give the hitter one. It's like, let's not do that.
The flip side of that is a lot of these guys just take the first pitch, too. You know, you don't know if he's going to be super aggressive, so he might take that first pitch just right down the middle, see what Skenes got today. Okay, now we go.
Oh, so that's like penalty kick, chipping it down the middle of the
Yeah, a little bit.
But those WBC guys were like, hey, first pitch going to be the best one that we got. We got to
swing.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully that, whatever the case.
Pat, you know what I love about this? You are literally in real time breaking down like the psychology of a baseball player and like the intricacies of the game without even knowing it. Like, these are the questions that they all ask themselves. And so if you see a first pitch breaking ball today, you're going to think to yourself, man, that guy's trying to get in that other guy's head.
Hey,
like,
mess with him a little bit there.
Not messing around.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So I've been playing poker since I'm like a kid. You know, so like there's always a reason for every. When I knew Kershaw was coming with a curve on the foul tip out. I knew it was curve because I ran one out, and he like probably was like, "Oh, is that right? Let's fucking go ahead and break this guy in half." And I knew that's what he was going to try to do, and it felt really good that I actually like. Oh, he's going to try to embarrass me right now. Let's not get embarrassed.
Yes, exactly right.
Let's not get embarrassed right now. And then bang, foul, and then he catches it and dunks it on me. But anyways, but it was that amount of thought, obviously, I didn't know about. And that's why baseball is important. You're the man. We appreciate the hell out of you. Happy baseball season. Good luck this year.
Boys, thank you for everything you're doing, too. It truly is appreciated, spreading the gospel to a lot of new fans, frankly. And I love that. And who'd have thought Pat McAfee being the Pied Piper of baseball?
I was actually at the podium at the press conference of the All-Star game. And that was quite a moment. That was quite a moment we will all remember, okay, that were there and that experienced it in real time. And while I was up there, I was like, I just met these guys like 5 days ago. Now I'm the Dana White of their organization.
Yeah.
Here we go. I enjoy it. I appreciate it. You all have been good to us. You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Passan. Jet has been very good to us.
Yeah.
The baseball community has been very good to us.
They're appreciative.
Yeah, very, very appreciative. It does feel like they're like...
NHL's very appreciative. They have been in the past. Those sports are appreciative.
Are you doing?
I don't know. It just kind of stopped me in my tracks thinking about the NHL, trying to figure out.
Have they? Or?
Yeah, that's what I don't want to.
Hasn't Gare?
Yes, definitely appreciative and thankful. But remember, teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right.
One of the greatest moments I've ever had encounters.
I'm not counting those.
Well, that's kind of what we're talking about here in this entire.
I'm talking about the league, not individual teams.
Okay, all right, respect. Yeah, MLB, NHL, NFL,
all leagues.
NBA.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Silver.
Not really, though.
What?
Silver was in here.
So Adam Silver was literally
Been
right
here.
here.
I don't care.
Well, yeah, LeBron James came in here.
That's what we're talking
With
about.
an agenda.
Tony, you think the LeBron conversation had an agenda? You're out of your mind. Steve Nash, thank you. Foxy. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a guy who's going to be so disgusted by what you were just trying
I
to
don't think
do.
he will be.
Speaking of no agendas.
He just wants to
The
win.
other guy,
Yeah.
Stanford Steve.
Yeah, Steve!
This guy's disgusting, Steve. This is disgusting what's going on here. I'm so sorry that you have to join this right now.
I am still taking to Jeff Passan anointing Pat McAfee baseball psychologist.
No, yeah.
I've never thought I was going to hear that one.
I'll tell you
Pat
what.
McAfee baseball psychologist.
That's what they say. I like to get deep thinking. You know, that is what they say about us in our show. So it is.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Come
Taught
on.
me some things on that one.
Hey, yeah. See, Steve? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a checkers player, okay? But if the event involves a checkers outcome, which is right now, as opposed to a long-term one, I'm normally okay. But if it's a long, I ain't got you. But if we're in the moment, I'm normally going to have the right strategy to get through said moment. And that Oregon duck had no idea. No idea. Just full bird brain blender. Bang, 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 bang. And Steve, now you have the trick as well, so you'll be undefeated. Speaking of being undefeated, I have been completely defeated, Steve. I don't know if you saw, I put $5,000 down on USA to beat Italy in baseball. It was a minus 1,100. I just wanted the crown one time. I wanted the crown to be mine one time. I wanted to see a winner. I wanted to scroll through my bets and see a green hit. Italy wins. Congrats to Pasquatch. Last night, Lakers were up 100, and then Obi Toppin hits a state fair.
It's a bad beat.
You needed multiple stops. The Pacers scored basically every time down the court. LeBron had a turnover late, then a missed shot. The Pacers just feasted from the three-point line, and that Obi shot. You saw Nembhard have a shot that was going to be contested right there, and then he gives it up, open look, and cha-ching.
Yeah, I guess cha-ching, I think is what happened there. But what I'm saying is, first round of the tournament, second round of the tournament, I lost on everything. Duke minus 28.5. See, I loaded up on that. John Shire, yeah. Thanks, Steve. So what I'm saying here is we have brought you on today to maybe get me a crown one time. Okay, I would just like a crown one time. What do I need to be looking for in these Sweet 16 games? And what teams do you enjoy kind of maybe going on a run here as basketball really starts to explode in the college spot?
Yeah, I love the storylines with all these games, Pat. When you look at tonight, you have arguably the best freshman in the country in Darius Acuff Jr. against the best defensive team in the country in Arizona. And my favorite thing about Arizona is they come out, they don't care who scores. They have different leading scorers. It seems like every other game. Burries is a guy that leads the team in scoring now. But the matchup of what Acuff, because no one could stay in front of Acuff Jr. It's just no matter who he plays, the run through the SEC tournament, the numbers he's putting up, it just gets lost with the talk of Peterson and then DeBonsa and Boozer. Acuff Jr. is tremendous, but Arizona has multiple guys to throw at him. When you look at Bradley, who's Big 12 Player of the Year, Burries is going to guard him. I mean, Karchenkov could come off and help off the bench. So I look at it as a tough matchup for Arkansas because they don't really get interested in the defensive side, and Arizona knows that. Arkansas wants to go up and down, dunk on you, get follow dunks. Acuff throws alley-oops. But I think it's a tough matchup for Arkansas because also they go 3 days straight in Nashville for the SEC tournament. They fly out to Portland and play, and then they play the upstart High Point team. And then I saw Cal sitting courtside at the Sacramento Kings game the other night. Nobody really does that by choice, but that just told me Arkansas cut the travel in half and just went to Sacramento from Portland. But I think it's been a lot. Arizona, I believe, has the most pressure on them in any team in the tournament because it's been 25 years since they've been in the Final Four. There's some serious names that have gone through that program and coaches. I like Arizona minus the points tonight against Arkansas.
Minus 7.5. The other guy likes it. Minus 112 right now on DraftKings. Steve, we love how you're swinging seemingly the basketball bat right now. Everything you just broke down, I love, especially because Koa Pete, he announced his commitment to Arizona on our program. Dad, football player, he's lived up to the hype completely. And then the rest of the team, they're talking about maybe the most dominant ever if they can continue to do this. So you like Arizona minus 7.5? Calipari was talking about $6 billion the other day.
That's right. He was.
Calipari was talking about Acuff, this guy, unstoppable, unguardable. What you're saying is Calipari might need to inspire a little bit of defensive wood bopping. That's what you're saying in this entire thing. Is that your breakdown, basically? So you like over or under in this?
I'm looking for Arkansas to bend their knees a little bit and play a little more defense, and I just don't see that happen.
Okay, what over under are you leaning towards?
Probably over. The way Arkansas is going to dictate, and if they're trailing, the ball's going to be going up. And I think, like I said, Arizona's going to be able to score. I would lean towards the over.
Okay. Any other teams that we need to be looking at here whenever you talk about college hoops or any other sports that maybe I can get a crown one time from DraftKings?
The crown is yours. You just got to keep believing. The crown is yours. I look at the best matchup, I think, in the whole Sweet 16 is tonight in Illinois and Houston. And it just feels like because Houston, the talk has been since they were put in that region, the regional was going to be in Houston. Florida was the 1 seed. If they advanced, they were going to have to go to Houston to play Houston. I just look at Illinois as a team with plenty of capability. They are enormous across the board. And when you look at Wagler, he's the kid, probably the cheapest in NIL from a freshman standpoint that's done the most. And when you look at Houston, they offset size better than anyone in the country because of how physical they play. And that's just the brand that Kelvin brings to the table with his teams. But Illinois has enough firepower to do that. They have enough size to rebound. So, going against, the public or, everybody, the narrative, whatever you want to say, I believe Illinois has enough to pull it off tonight. And I'll take Illinois in the upset on the money line. I love the different ways they can score. So, we're gonna go money line there, Illinois.
Houston likes to be physical. Illinois won't mind that because they got the bodies. If they weren't as big, maybe the physicality would beat them down a little bit. But Illinois is built for the Houston game, is what you're saying, Stanford Steve.
Yes, my only issue with Illinois, and like I said, but they have plenty of options. I don't know what their best 5 is to close the game. Like if they're trailing, then you got to have Boswell on there for defense. He's not good as a scorer as Stojakovic is. So it's going to dictate. They do have multiple ball handlers. So I look at Illinois.
Okay, I think I saw him down in Texas whenever he was on his visit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's a guy.
Yeah.
Has he's become one? He did not go to Texas. I just found out.
No, I believe he went to Cal?
Cal,
and then transferred to Illinois. Yeah.
Oh, Stojakovic. Yeah, he's a dog.
Started at Stanford.
Started at Stanford. There you go.
Yeah.
Don't they all?
You guys got sports still?
Yeah.
What, you guys are playing each other in Super Duper?
Yeah, they got a huge matchup
we
in
got
the crown.
the crown.
Crown. That's the utter crown.
Well done, Steve.
Nailed it.
Well done, Steve.
Yes.
Still bringing it.
Yes.
There's a couple others as well, but that one is definitely the other crown. Well, just know Stanford's got no shot at it. We're taking out the Toronto Blue Jays in the second round, and we got probably Minnesota, and West Virginia's going to win the Super Duper Utter Crown. You're 100% right. Stanford, good sports still? Legit.
Yeah, we're getting there. Our women's lacrosse team this year is awesome.
Okay, because you guys create Olympians, right? Like, that's the big deal. I hope Stanford
remains. Yeah, we can be our own country in the Olympics.
Yeah, I just hope Stanford remains committed to sport as a whole. You know what I mean?
I do, too.
Legit.
I do, too. I believe we have a foundation. You got to start with a foundation. You build, you talked earlier in the show about build it up. You got to build up,
Yeah. Are you on the base of that thing on all fours helping out, or are they, what's going on?
Trying. Yeah, trying.
I think you need to get a good sturdy base in this entire thing. You know what I mean? For the Stanford Foundation building its way up. I mean, your name is associated with their school, whether they like it or not.
That's right.
That's true, but I do trust who's in charge now. I will say that. So
Andrew Luck.
I will. Yes.
All right. Good luck, Stanford.
Good luck, Stanford.
Yeah.
Hey, for that super duper utter crown thing, 5 public push-ups, you and me for this first round game. Bet.
Sure.
All right. Cool. As you know, you can, or I could deliver those 1 at a time, 2 and 3, 5 at a time, and it's in public.
All right.
All right.
Boom.
I was in
When
Japan.
we're together.
You can make a call.
I think you could text them in. If you text them in, though, it has to be multiple. Cannot be just a single one.
Okay.
But yeah, if we're together,
It can't be one text of the 5 right in a row.
you could say, "Hey, hit 5 right now." Yeah, but I'm saying you can't just say text like, "Hey, I see you right now." You do one. I think that's a little lazy. I think we should have to be around each other. Don't you think so?
I got you. Yeah. Yes.
You know Shibuya over in Tokyo, Japan?
No.
Roll call?
Shabuya?
Shibuya is the most, the most,
active,
right?
Yeah, crosswalk. It's a 5-way crosswalk in
one.
Japan outside of their train station. It's like, I forget how many thousands of people are walking across every single time.
It's clean, though.
DeQuell Jackson had to hit 3 public push-ups right in the middle of that thing, almost got his ass trampled and ran over. And that was some of the best. So I will try not to put you in any dangerous situations, but I cannot promise anything. There's a chance.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. If I happen to see you on your there's Shibuya. Yep, right there. That's Shibuya. That is Shibuya. Is that the name of it?
That's a whole lot of shaboom.
Fucking nailed it. I'm so happy to hear that. Ohio, by the way, to everybody in Japan, we were watching along. Okay, let's continue to get some crowns, maybe. 5 public push-ups between Stanford Steve and I over the Super Duper Otter Crown basketball tournament between West Virginia and Stanford. But we need to win crown on DraftKings and obviously opening day. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Steve, it is opening day, and I believe your Mets take on my Pittsburgh Pirates and Paul Skenes. So good luck with that at 1:15. We're 20 minutes till first pitch on that one. Yeah. Do you have anything on that one, and then any other winners throughout the day on MLB opening day?
I look at the Mets as the one thing we still hang our hat on is we're the greatest opening day team in the history of baseball. Even starting our franchise in 1962 with 6 straight losses. But we are now at 40-23. It's the best winning percentage
pretty good
in the game on opening day, coming off a loss last year to Milwaukee. But during the course of all those years from 1962 on, they have not faced a guy like Paul Skenes. So I will let you guys have this one. I like the Pirates with Skenes on the bump. I love what I've seen in the WBC that you guys have documented. And Mets still figuring out what that lineup is going to be. I do like the additions, the fresh faces they got in. Peralta, a lot of pressure on him as they were backed into a corner late in the trade deadline and gave up 2 huge prospects. But Skenes, the Pirates, can we say they've invested a little more?
Yeah, they're up over $100 million. Okay,
Yeah.
we're popping mitts right now. Yeah.
Popping the Met.
Yeah.
So Pirates. And then I looked at tonight is Seattle. Yeah, Seattle tonight, Logan Gilbert. I like that lineup a lot against Cleveland, who's another team that's in flux, it feels like. We know the finish to the year that Seattle had. So I like Logan Gilbert on that team with plenty of balance. Get Cal Raleigh back in the mix. Heard you guys talking about him, how he just wanted to get back. No offense to the WBC, but he needs some at-bats. Had to get some at-bats and expect big things from Seattle. I think, Jeff pointed out the best team in that division. I believe that, and I like them in the home opener, which would be an awesome atmosphere in their first home game of the year.
All the Hammer Down boys just utilized their talk back to my ear button and said, -199 pick. Okay, yeah, we like that shit. We like that.
I did not.
This guy got a -1100 maybe he wants to give out to us? Yeah, that's what the
Well, you can throw all these things in a parlay, too, and then...
Hey, I'm Patty Parlays. Hey, don't you worry about that. I'm not here all day. I'm with you.
Speaking of, I imagine one of those guys in your ear was Gumpy in the back talking, and he had a minus. I mean, at one, I had it Lakers. What was it, Knicks Nuggets the other night?
-125.
-1. What's wrong with minus parlays?
Nothing.
They win.
Nothing. -199. Take
We're on
it
your
home,
side. They
Steve.
are talking shit, though. I will say. They're both of them. I don't like it. We just want the crown. We just want the crown.
We want crowns. It was not me. It was those two. You know it.
Red Sox -167.
I know who it was. Don't
You only paid to lose.
You're the best, ladies and gentlemen. Stanford Steve. Thank you, brother. Hour 2 on the other side. We got Jomboy joining us.
Let's
go.
A business success and a baseball stud. Can't wait to chat with him and Adam Schefter and AJ Hawk. We'll see you then.
You know what? I think there's only one thing left to do here. I've experienced cafecito time. I've experienced the wonderful culture. I've experienced the beautiful people, and I think we got some canes over here. We got some canes over here. We got some canes over here. This day in Coral Gables is going to be one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Ray Lewis started his dance right here at Miami. Ed Reed started his legendary run here at Miami. The legends of football run deep. The moments are special. The national championships are in abundance. Just last year, a lovely University of Miami woman diver from Italy won a national championship. This thing's been staring at me all damn day. You're out of your mind, brother. This is crazy. Kirk, I'm a little winded. That's what I was going to say. You talked the whole time you were running. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath, you son of a bitch. You're crazy. I hope somebody got a lifesaver over there. Is there a lot of that or something? My man's out of breath. It is a long way to the top. You gonna jump in your somebody. Are you going to jump in there? Oh, my Yeah, so
I'm tired for you. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to take the jacket off. Okay.
Okay.
He's taking the shirt off now.
Okay. All right.
Looking ripped.
Yeah,
looking ripped.
fit.
Oh, he's taking the drawers off.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The pants.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Not the drawers.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you come to this beautiful campus, you will notice quickly that the students here love this university. They love this atmosphere. And I'm with everybody. I think the U is back. Give me.
He's got the speed on. Oh, my God.
Give me the.
Canes, baby. Here it goes. Oh, God.
Here it goes. Feet together. Feet together.
I think that was the lead so for the pencil.
And he's got the U. Rushing it out.
Oh, my God.
McAfee with the refreshing plunge. Miami and Florida tonight.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Sweet 16 MLB Opening Day, Thursday, March 26, 2026, hour 2 start time. Sports! I try to get a little Busta Rhymes in there, a little Twista. You remember him? He used to go
Overnight
absolutely
celebrity.
ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Eminem obviously had quite a rapid word per minute as well whenever he wanted to. Those fast talkers are certainly intriguing to me, especially if they're not able to mess up ever. You know, that is certainly a fascinating thing. I try to get in there to time it up, but it's such a big day.
Yeah.
Sweet 16's happening. MLB has its opening day after opening night last night where the Yankees just absolutely throat punched the San Francisco Giants. Now, Aaron Judge didn't have his best night, to say the least. 4 strikeouts. It's happened how many other times?
15 times in his career, but he didn't do it once all of last year.
Okay, so we're getting this out of the way for this particular season, and then we're going to get moving. But the Yankees throttle the Giants on Netflix, officially launching the MLB season. And then today is now officially opening day. The stars will be out, and in just a matter of moments, Paul Skenes will be taking the bump against the New York Mets. Bryce Harper's going to be hitting baseball. Shohei's going to be out there doing his thing. Every star that you can think of is going to be trying to create magic for MLB today. And friend of the program, Jacob Mizorowski, pitcher for the Brewers, is on the bump over there. He's going to be going for 104 miles an hour for a $100,000 donation to a charity of his choosing. Once again, if he blows his arm out trying to do that, that is not on us.
Not liable.
Toxic Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys AP Tone is here. And joining us live from an attic in Ohio is a man who is a college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Ohio guy, AJ Hawk.
Hey, Hawko!
Hawko wearing the pinstripes. Go Yankees.
Sorry about it. Ken Griffey Jr., ever heard of him? Yeah. Opening day, boys.
Okay, so that's a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey for Cincinnati Reds that you're wearing there?
Oh, yeah. It's even got a fake autograph somewhere on the back. So, yeah, we're good to go.
I like a good fake autograph. Obviously, anything to appear to up the value of something, or if you got hustled into it, that's great. I don't think of him as a Red. Should I? I should think of Ken Griffey Jr. as a Red because I see him as Seattle Mariner with that backwards hat doing something really cool.
That was early on in his career. I mean, he spent like 9 seasons in Cincinnati.
Had a great career.
How's Cincinnati? Cincinnati a good baseball team?
Yeah, great baseball team. What do you mean? That's where baseball started.
Baseball started in Cincinnati, Ohio?
I mean, I believe the Reds are the oldest team Actually, real quick trivia question. What was the Reds' record in 1869, Pat?
I would assume
undefeated. I'll tell you, undefeated. The only time that
a long way away from 1869.
How many wins?
Well,
18 what?
57-0. That's probably the proper amount of games they should have too. 57-0. How about that?
What year was that?
1869. 1869.
The Red Stockings at the point, they obviously, with the times, with the generations, go ahead and cut that thing down to the Reds. I had no idea that the Reds were good in the 1800s. Are they good in 2000? Like 26? Are they good now, or what?
I mean, there's rumors of the big red machine, making a comeback. These new age versions. So
who are your favorite guys on the team nowadays? If you had,
we know Ellie De La Cruz. We know he is the face of the league almost, pretty much, if you think about it.
Yeah, and do you have your notes down below you there? Is that what you're?
I don't have any notes, but we did sign Suarez. I know. Ty knows about Suarez. 49 homers last year.
Yeah, hit the game winner.
Yeah, Venezuela hit it. Yep. Yeah, he's the.
That's good. I'm glad you guys are paying attention. Joey Votto, whoops, just got the talent. It's an unbelievable clock. Look at that. I honestly do want one of these.
Okay, the city has one, so AJ deserves one.
That's awesome.
Joey Votto gave this clock to the city. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he gifted it to Cincinnati because, he said, you guys are awesome. This is a great franchise. You deserve a beautiful clock like this.
Thank you, Cincinnati. It's always the right time, is what Joey Votto said. I don't know how anybody that would be playing against the Reds today has a chance.
Wow.
Yeah, who are you guys playing today?
It doesn't really matter. It's about us, usually, That's all I care about. I think we are playing the Red Sox, but it is about us.
Oh, the Red Sox. Funny you say that because you have a jersey on, and the only other person that has a jersey on today is Conman. Who's Ken Griffey Jr.? So he's got a legend on. Are you wearing? Well, whose jersey is that?
Ken Griffey's pretty cool, I guess. But when we're talking about American heroes, this is the kid. Okay, this is Teddy Ballgame. This is Ted Williams, and I don't know if enough people know.
AJ, you know Ted Williams?
Yeah, I know that he is cryogenically frozen still. So yeah, he's doing well.
Those are the things that people joke about, but he ain't no joke. Why don't we pull up this graphic right now, Fox? Just teach some people. Okay, first of all, Ted Williams.
Okay.
He's one of the
greatest 406.
Hold on,
Parker.
Hold on. Yeah, he batted 406. He's a freak of nature. He has the greatest eyes in the history of mankind.
He's a great American.
You see a lot of AL MVPs. You see a lot of All-Stars. Triple Crown in 1942. That one pops up to me because you know what he did after that year, AJ? He went to war, damn it. Okay, he went 1942, Triple Crown, MVP, and then he said, you know what? My country needs me. He then went, basically taught half the pilots for World War II down in Florida. And everybody was like, oh, my God, the kid just taught me how to fly. I know it better than anybody. He comes back after that to baseball. What's he do? Oh, I don't know. He wins the AL MVP. Okay, you see that other one right there, 1946? That's when he basically took over the league once again. All right, Hawker. And then, was he done there after World War II?
Before you're finished,
why don't you just wait? Why don't you wait a second, Hawk? Okay,
no,
you
I
had
can't
your
wait
time.
a second.
Shut up.
I didn't get to
you
build
had your
graphics for my
time.
jersey.
I'm trying to talk about
That's
an
so
American
stupid. I
hero.
didn't know about
Do you
that.
support the troops?
Hey, Fox,
do you
let's
support
build
the
a
troops?
let's build a
Do you
graphic.
support the troops? It sounds like you don't. Because we're talking about the troops
Great
and you're
American,
cutting
great
me off.
ball player.
We're trying to talk about the troops. So just shut up for a second, okay? After that, he wasn't done with war. All right, he went over to the Korean War as well. He had 39 combat missions, bitch. Nobody for the Cincinnati Reds ever did that. You know what a lot of aviation people say? They say Ted Williams basically invented the Purgachev Cobra, which is one of those moves, which is the move where you're flying and then you stop on a dial and everybody fly past you. You know the movie Top Gun? They basically based it off of Ted Williams. Maverick is an iteration of Ted Williams. The only reason they did a volleyball scene was because they didn't want to do baseball, and TC didn't want to act like you could hit a baseball like Ted frickin' Williams. Okay, and no, not like Ted Williams. That's how good this guy is. Okay, TC can hit a baseball, but not like Teddy Ballgame. So for you to come out and say, in 1860, the team went and they won 57 games, no one gives a shit. Okay, what we care about is American heroes. Teddy Ballgame, Ted Williams, the greatest hitter in the history of mankind. Probably would have been the greatest baseball player ever if he didn't serve in 2 wars. How many Cincinnati Reds players do you know, Hawk? None. Not on this team. You were checking your notes looking at Ellie De La Cruz. Roman Anthony, Garrett Crochet. He's going to shove it today. But it all starts with that guy right there. There's a reason he's got a statue outside Fenway Park, baby. He's an American hero.
Congratulations, God, man.
Yeah, he is. I agree. He is. I agree with everything you say about Teddy Williams. I never said anything poor of Ted Williams. You know that.
Okay. Well, we appreciate the fact that you respect Ted Williams, but I don't think you fully understood what was happening here this morning. You know, as Bailey McComas was representing the Cincinnati Reds fans in the Thunderdome, and then obviously you come on. We love baseball's happening. The Red Sox are taking on the Reds. It really is. Ted Williams versus Ken Griffey Jr.
Can't wait.
That's what it's all about today, and that's why we shouldn't cover this sport. Okay, well, everything that just happened right there. Now, on
Pukachev's Cobra, to learn that, I feel like I educated a lot of people. I think that's the point.
Hey, you nailed it.
Yeah.
You really
a lot of people in the aviation world do believe Ted Williams was the first one to ever pull it off without their wings snapping off his plane.
Yeah, because the Cobra, obviously that thing.
I mean, you got to stop that thing on a dime. Most people couldn't do that back then because the planes were made out of wood.
You're going to listen to you back on that one, and you're going to say, I fucking nailed it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Pukachev's Cobra probably could have come out a little cleaner.
No, the whole thing, the Ted Williams cell. That was good.
I mean,
did you hear AJ was crying? Okay.
Yeah.
We got a graphic in this entire thing?
Always does anytime someone just is trying to support the troops. He's always like, oh, really? Like, all right, dude. Whatever.
Did kind of walk right into it. That was a fun game. Let you go first. He's been dressed like this, obviously, the whole show. Didn't talk about it one time in the first hour. I did not
know what I was getting into, I guess. Yeah. I'll stand up for the Reds. I can.
Hey, we're doing baseball, okay?
That's right.
And,
100 games.
Yep.
100 games.
150 of them, maybe.
Took me 100 hours to figure it out, how to sign up for it.
What did you do? How'd you guys get in, by the way?
We didn't.
I had to make a new email. Okay.
What's the email?
I love baseball and the Red Sox at gmail.com. Nobody emailed me. I wish I didn't say that. But that being said, I had to make that email in order to sign up on 14 different websites to figure it out. But I got there. So we're going to do it.
MLB TV used to be so easy to use. And then ESPN took it over, and it was a disaster trying to sign up.
Okay, what happened? What did happen, actually? Because we have
the same
relayed
thing
the
happened
message.
when YouTube TV and ESPN was having their argument earlier in the year, and I just wanted to watch football, and you couldn't sign up for football. It just happened again yesterday. We just kicked it down the road. I don't know. I didn't go to sign up for the new email because my Disney account's linked, and my daughter loves Moana, so I didn't want to fuck that up. But
Moana is awesome.
I still don't know if it works. I'll wait because the Buccos are on NBC today, so I won't find out till tomorrow if it actually works, if I could watch the Pirates out of market.
All right, well, let's assume that'll get figured out. Okay.
Or it won't, and you guys will be shit out of luck.
Wait, you get to do it?
He was grandfathered.
I'm grandfathered in, so I'm not really worried about all this.
I'm also grandfathered in.
Must be
Been
nice.
watching the game for so long.
All right, I guess I'll just follow along on socials. There is one account that I have followed along with throughout my non-baseball world for over the last few years. And I think a lot of people have, which is why immediate investments start coming in to a company that is creating sports content, which is obviously good for all of sport, but certainly good for the entrepreneurs that are covering a sport that they love in a way that people think that they could get involved with it. And I have followed along with, ladies and gentlemen, the man behind Jomboy, Jimmy O'Brien.
Yay!
How you doing, brother?
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it, guys.
Dude, thank you for joining us. I have followed along with your shit for a lot longer than I would assume that you would realize. I think you've done great for the sport, and I appreciate the fact that you're getting, blessings to continue to do as such. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for serving sport the way that you have, without even realizing as you've been supplying me basically with most of my information in baseball.
All right. Well, some people might get mad at you. You can just pin the blame on me there if you're just repeating what I say, that's fine.
Okay.
That's what it's all about.
Okay.
We've built this niche of I'm not an expert. I'm just a fan. It's a perfect place to live.
Yeah, well, you create great highlights. You bring things together. You showcase the things that I think us and fans would like to see. So I appreciate what you do and how you go about doing it. Now, you are a Yankees fan, obviously, and clearly.
First place.
Hell yeah.
Good point.
Undefeated.
Yep,
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Team.
Yeah, I get it. 1869. Do you know the Reds were undefeated too? Do you know that?
That's according to one guy's record book.
Oh, so we're saying that's
I'm
not
just
real?
joking.
Is that your record
is that
book,
not
AJ?
real?
There's probably something not real about it, but I'm sure they were good.
Oh, this is 100.
100 no. Yeah, it's probably more games.
I mean, a rainy day, and that game card is getting ruined, and then they probably redid it. So I don't know.
Oh, they kept great records. This is
No,
the Reds we're talking about.
1869. I don't know if
No one in
anybody.
the Reds organization would ever do anything sketchy.
Okay.
I don't think they had good enough pens to like last.
What is the ink? That's a good call. Like, how do we?
I mean, how'd the Bible make it, guys? Come on now, it's a little bit older.
So the Reds in 1869 in the fucking Old Testament is what was
They get those records around.
All right, let's move along. Everybody's chasing what those Reds lied to people about doing, which is being undefeated. Can you tell me about the Yankees a little bit more, and then we'll talk about all the other teams in the MLB, and then the boys. And can I say the MLB? And when I say that, why does everybody attack me?
Well, you know what? I don't really care about a lot of that stuff. I found the more that I talk to players, the more they like, Trevor Plouffe is on our show. He played in the big leagues for a long time, and he'll call them refs every now and then. And like baseball fans are up and it's an umpire, or Aaron Boone calls them points instead of runs. I mean, his grandpa managed, his dad managed, his brother plays. Like, it's as baseball families you can get. So sometimes I've learned fans kind of care about the verbiage when the players don't even uphold it. So, yes, you can say the MLB if you want. I'm not going to correct you.
Okay, the MLB then kicked off last night in a big way on Netflix. I saw you talking about the score bug. Ty also pissed about some of this stuff and how it all goes. But let's just talk about the game itself. Yankees looked great. Judge didn't look great. Is this a year, because we live with Ty, who's also a diehard Yankees fan, you guys have to win this year? Or are you guys just going to let the Dodgers become the team that everybody desires in MLB? Is that kind of the narrative that is potentially available?
They have to win every year. They haven't done it in a while, so it's hard to still have this stance and attitude as a Yankees fans. I think a lot of younger Yankees fans are really confused with how they're supposed to act, because their dad or their older cousins are telling them well, it's World Series or bust, and it hasn't even been close to that in a long time. So I'd like it if they won. I do like that they returned a lot of guys, so the chemistry in the room and kind of just Boone knowing how players tick. There's only one new player on the offensive side of the ball. Like, that's very weird. I think the White Sox have 13 new players or something like that. So that's odd that they have, they're calling it the run it back Yankees, because it's just a lot of guys that were there last year. They didn't add many new faces at all. They're spinning it as a good thing, and we're in March, so I'm accepting it as a good thing. If it starts to go south come June, then I'm going to be back and say this is the problem. But it's we're optimistic. It's March.
Yeah, optimistic in March. I love that. And then later saying, we expected different results with the same old shit. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. I'm excited to hear that come out of your mouth and out of Ty's mouth through its entirety. Jazz Chisholm actually mentioned that. He said it's like a family, in the clubhouse. We're all very comfortable. He was spectacular. He was this. Now, obviously, no score bug. We don't know who the hell's hitting against where, and we don't know anything. But
how many outs, how many balls, how many strikes.
That would be like if a network took over an NFL game and they were like, you know what, for this quarter, we're not going to do the yellow line. Like, as fans, we can distance ourselves. That's true. That's insane. I'm like, I was personally insulted by it. I was like, I saw a foul ball and then I saw a swing and miss. I was like, is it strike 2, strike 3? Like, that's basically how my dad grew up watching baseball. They didn't have the count. I tell him all the time, Dad, you had no idea what you were watching. You just watch a pitch and then react by based what the players did. Like, come on. That's crazy.
It was crazy, but the Jazz Chisholm interview was fantastic, and everybody seemed to play well except for Aaron Judge. I normally will only kind of stir the pot with Ty, especially when Big Dumper's doing what he's doing from both sides of the plate, and just such a force and a dynamic, human being. I'm always going, Judge, he's going to beat this guy for MVP. Okay, and this entire Judge striking out 4 times. What are you taking out of this? Are we worried WBC hangovers happening, or what are your thoughts on it?
Well, Logan Webb also didn't do well, so they're both Team USA guys. So, if you want to start is Team USA jinx narrative, we've got enough ammo to, nudge it along.
Oh, geez. But no. D-Rose going to get it again.
If one guy's not going to get hits and the rest of the lineup hits, it's fine to me if it's Judge. Maybe this is him being a captain and saying, look, you guys can get it done without me. That's fine. If this was Jazz or McMahon or Wells, some of the guys that are at the end of the batting order, you'd say, oh man, if this lasts, we got an issue here. Judge can go bad for 2 weeks. He did this 2 years ago. He had a bad first 3 weeks, I think. Didn't hit a home run for a while, and then broke the AL home run record. So if there's one guy that has earned to not worry about it all, it's Aaron Judge.
So you guys all get the talking points. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Jimmy, just curious what you think the ABS, like how that's going to impact everything this year. Obviously, it would have been nice to see it last night. We missed it, first one in history. They spent a good
He
portion.
got visibly uncomfortable, by the way.
Good portion of the pregame show. Hey, we had to bring in John Cena to let us know what the ABS was. They dedicated a lot of time to it. And then some half-assed question to Tony Vitello about nothing steals the moment, and we don't know what's going to happen. But how big of an impact?
AJ, take it easy, Age. Jeez Louise.
It's a big deal. They're acting like, it is a big deal. And it wasn't a big deal at all last night. It was actually like the most insignificant part of the game almost. But how do you think that's going to impact everything this year? I saw a lot of people like bringing up, situations that maybe we haven't thought of, like a full count where it's potentially a strike, or a ball and it gets challenged, guys going to second, gets tagged out, et cetera, et cetera. How big of an impact do you think this is going to have on like the day in, day out of the season?
It should have a decent impact. But I think guys are going to be hesitant. Like the umpire missed, I think, 11 calls yesterday, and they only challenged one, and it was incorrect. And then the very next pitch was such a bad call, and then they didn't want to challenge it because they want to burn another. So they're going to have to figure out the limbo of that. Networks are going to have to figure it out. You have to show us if they challenge it. Well, absolutely, 100%. But also, the next pitch is way off the plate. You got to show us, hey, should he have challenged it?
Mm-hmm.
Like they got to be way more ready to show us the info here because it's going to change the sport from a viewer standpoint. Baseball has had different strike zones, and that's been the beauty of the game because technology didn't exist. So you had to accept it as beauty, even though it's awful. Where, this umpire calls a wide strike zone. This umpire calls a tall strike zone. And then you would have to learn it as the game goes. Well, now there's a strike zone, which I've been saying forever. As a surface level fan, someone getting into the sport, which I encounter more now in this position, they just kind of want to know, like, wait, isn't it easier if I just know what the zone is all the time and it's a little more standard?
Yeah.
And new fans don't want to accept all the old crap that baseball fans accepted simply because they had to.
Now, on that,
I'm excited for like that.
On that note, I am new fan, and I am certainly an advocate for that box that I see on the screen every single pitch, whether they challenge it or not, being accurate, especially if I'm betting on how this is going. Yeah. And then all of a sudden we beat the Dominican Republic on a tall strike zone. Yeah. And I got all baseball people telling me it's bullshit. It's like, well, hey, I've been saying we need to use the little electronic boxy thing. You guys, baseball people, have been telling me that that's the beauty of the game. The umpire has a center strike zone or whatever. And then all of a sudden we beat the Dominican Republic and everybody has a problem with it. I don't think I fully understand where we actually stand on what the old folks want in baseball, what the new people want in baseball. I think we just want consistency, right? Just like in every sport.
Yeah, it's just nice to know what's what, like if it's a steady rule. There's a lot of misconceptions that go around, and I'm not coming at the umpires here, but everyone's like, umpires are 94% accurate. They're not. Anytime a guy swings, the umpire does not have to make a call. Anytime the ball hits the dirt, the umpire does not have to make a call. Anytime it's right in the middle of the zone, everyone knows what that is.
Well,
balls on
that
the
one time,
on the
that one
shadow
time
zone,
just a week ago.
Yeah, but balls that are like on the edges, if you look at their percentage of those calls, which are when they're actually needed, and I'm not blaming the umps. I think it's too hard to do now. Guys throw too fast, they move too much. But they get them right 80% of the time. That's 2 out of 10 is a lot. There's like 300 pitches per team.
So that's 30.
Well, a lot of those pitches wouldn't count towards the stat I just said. So I was wrong at the end.
But they're wrong way more than we expect them to be because we're being told the wrong numbers. Yeah, I got you.
Skenes is throwing pitches at 95 that move every way. These umpires don't age out. We got like 70-year-old guys. Eyes go at like 40. That's a known fact.
Yeah. Science tells us that. And no, we don't have any Teddy Williams back here with the best eyes in the history.
Never again.
Best eyes in the history of mankind?
Yeah, ever.
He hit 406, and then he was...
And then I believe he was about 820 in the cockpit. So, I mean, if you run those numbers.
He was batting 820 in the cockpit?
820 in the cockpit.
Oh, isn't that a big, like...
Exactly.
That's like a spray type, isn't it?
Yeah. He only missed like twice, and that's because the plane was already shot down and headed towards the water.
So once again, these are kind of faulty stats again.
Yeah, a lot of people would say he was a perfect shooter.
How many missions again?
39 combat missions, bitch. Just want to make sure it's emphasized so people know that.
That's a lot. Okay, let's get back to baseball. The ABS is going to change it. It's going to change baseball forever. The 15-second shot clock thing, awesome. I like it.
Yeah, it's been great.
Right? We like this, right?
Yeah, go watch an old game. It was crazy. It was crazy how long they were taking.
Yep. Was it the pitchers or the batters?
It was everyone. So it's a big game. So when the batter and the pitcher are there, it's a big game of who's settled. So if the batter, if the pitcher makes you wait, back in the day, you called holding a guy. So if the pitcher just stands there and just stays still, and freezes the batter, now his rhythm's off. You want to get into that little wobble, and if you get frozen, so then the batter would step out. And then sometimes the pitcher would step out because it's tit for tat.
It's like sumo wrestling.
And it would go on forever.
We had a sumo wrestling thing happen. Ichi ended up winning. Shout out to Ichi, absolute beast, at a big night out in Pittsburgh. And we did a best of 3. So we thought, all right, so this should just be
take 5 minutes. Should be quick.
It was 40 minutes. They weren't ready. Each time it was not, we're stepping out of this thing. And Shane Gillis was reffing that thing. He had no idea when they were stepping out or when they were stepping out. And he had to get down in there. This one feels a little more intense. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I didn't know baseball was like that.
Oh, yeah. That's why, the games, sometimes you watch 4.5, 5 hour games.
Well, I wouldn't. Yeah.
No.
So you're saying people would, though. You guys would.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Thank you guys for your service, keeping this sport alive so that I can get here to this stage of it. AJ has a question for you, Jomboy.
Yeah, I'm just curious your thoughts on all of the, especially last night, but all the gimmicks that are going on, the pregame shows and the different people they add to it. I know there's some guys in the studio that feel very strongly, but where do you think that's going as far as, baseball goes? Like, how much are they going to integrate into games and pre-games to try to spice things up a bit?
I'd like them to push the needle however they feel like they want to, pre-game and post-game. I really don't matter. It is entertainment. Usually networks get games and they use the in and out commercials to promote themselves. If you watch a Fox game, the last commercial before they come back is the new Fox show, or the first commercial after when they go to break is the new Fox show. Netflix not using those areas, but using the full inning to promote their own stuff. That's what I got a problem with. I understand the business pretty well. I know why you're paying a premium to get this game. I know what you want to advertise the other stuff so you get new people to sign up, and then you show them all the other stuff they can watch on your site. But don't use a full inning where you take all the scoreboard away from me, you take all the announcing away from me, and now I'm just my dad in 1972. You should have put it in black and white, watching nothing. I have no idea what's going on. I haven't been trained to watch baseball that way, so they can do all that dumb stuff. I'm not saying I love it.
Dumb. It's not. It's fun stuff.
Dumb in an endearing way.
Okay,
it's like the taxi cabs, and that's silly, I guess is the better word I'm going for. They can do all that. I'm not going to really complain. Yeah, I'm not going to complain. The post-game MVP with the hot dogs, that made me laugh. But use the time that you use and has been established. Don't do it in the middle of the game.
Yeah, that's like whenever Liv tried to reinvent watching golf.
Exactly.
Golf coverage is like, hey, they already figured out golf coverage. Just do it. Just do your own little way on it, which is what you basically said to them. But I do appreciate, that new people are putting money into sports. We got to continue to remember that. Money into sports is a good thing. Let's just not, once you get the money, let's get sports people around when we're making decisions. That'd be awesome. Speaking of decisions being made, the Pittsburgh Pirates decisions are already paying off. 2-run shot for Brandon Lowe. He's a second at bat.
Low.
First guy.
Who got it?
Lau.
Yeah, love, Lau.
Brandon Lau. Wow.
Be loud.
You know him.
You go like this. You go
in the first inning?
Be loud. Be loud.
Yeah, well, be loud with the bat. It sounds like this guy 2-run shot here. First at batter for
O'Neal Cruz
on base.
Shoot.
First pitch, I think.
Had under half a run, man.
Yeah, that's not the Buccos bats.
Freddie Peralta screwed it.
Yeah, the crown will never be yours, brother. The crown will never be yours. Tone has a question for you, Jomboy.
Yeah, I do.
Fucking Pirates are about to be undefeated.
Up 2-0.
Okay.
Brandon Lau. See, that's a guy we paid in the offseason. That's what happens. You score runs, okay?
Hold the phone. The Pirates have a home run welders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we got a little.
Now we're talking.
We got a little TIG and FIG and MIG welding going on down there. The boys are in the fire.
Wow.
And better cover your eyes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you're right, because it's so damn bright. Yeah. I love what you're doing, boys. Let's
For
go
the
Buccos undefeated.
Yeah, Jimmy, obviously.
What if the game never ends? What if we get a hit at every at-bat? That's kind of what's happening right now against the Mets. What if 9 go through? All hits.
That's called batting around.
Okay, how often does this happen?
Yankees did it last
Decent
night.
amount. In an inning, decent amount.
Yeah, I saw Judge a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was getting up a
There's
lot.
a lot of games. There's 15 games a day. So, things happen a lot.
Yeah, a lot of stats in your guys'
Once a
sport.
day.
A lot of
Web
stats,
gems.
a lot of numbers.
Couple times a week.
We couldn't see any of them on the screen last night, but there's a lot of stats in your guys' sports. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Jimmy, obviously now that the Buccos are up 2-0 on the Mets, we know that this is one of those teams. But is there anyone else you think in the NL that can compete with the Dodgers? The other ones that obviously the favorites, the Phillies, the Cubs, and those Mets that are down 2-0 to the Pirates. But anyone that can compete with the Dodgers, you think, in the NL?
Now, this might make your guys' audience upset. When it comes to baseball, I'm a coastal elitist. So I just haven't believed in a central team in a really long time. Sorry to your Pirates.
Pittsburgh's
but
Come on, bud.
yeah, I know, but they're in the Central Division.
Yeah.
But they are East Coast people.
Well, up 2-0.
But,
Everybody that's
thank
been
you.
at bat, kind of. I think we do share some East Coast traits.
Yes.
I think we certainly do.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think we're much more East Coast than we are Midwest.
No doubt, but still a little Midwest.
Yeah, there is a little tiny
Yeah,
bit
it's a blend.
comes in from
There's a lot of
Ohio.
Ohio in you.
Yeah, Ohio comes in. And Ohio will ooze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They drink it too.
Yeah, will ooze. Yeah.
I think whichever team comes out of the NL East, if we get a team that really puts it together out of the Phillies, Braves, Mets,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I'd choose them to challenge the Dodgers the most. Although I love the Padres team. I really do like the Padres lineup. But they just play the Dodgers so much, and Dodgers are really good. So
Yeah, the Dodgers, unbelievable. So much fun. And everybody's saying they're ruining the game. Okay, they're potentially going to change the entire CBA. I'm seeing the new rules. Maybe we do change the game a bit here and how it goes. Go ahead, Con, man.
Yeah, Jimmy, it feels like one of the biggest and best parts of the World Baseball Classic was just like the pimping of home runs, of big plays, like when Julio Rodriguez robbed Judge's home run and he went bananas and threw up the X. Like those moments were awesome. The whole dugout clearing when they hit home runs, those moments were awesome. Do you think that will be accepted more in baseball, the pimping of home runs, of big plays, huge celebrations? Do you think that'll carry on a little just because so many people found that attractive when watching baseball for the first time?
I think definitely something we did during COVID was me and Jake, my partner, we went back, we watched big moments from every World Series game from 1977 to now, like that were on YouTube. And we learned a couple things. People have been pimping home runs for a long time in crazy ways. The narrative that baseball is dying was first in print in 1892 and has been every year since then. And I think this, like, you can't pimp home runs or like bat flip is the same way, because we were kind of shocked. We were like, wait a second. That dude just threw his bat, stared down the pitcher, and slowly went around the bases. What Junior Camanero's doing, where he's like doing a dance around every base as he runs it, that's new. And guys would retaliate, like pitchers would hit the guy that were mad, because pitchers are like the big bad bully in baseball because they have the weapon and no one else does. So they've run the game, and they have like the softest egos. So that's why baseball is in this state.
Now, these younger guys, sounds like they're cool with it from our understanding. You would know better than us. But we just asked The Miz the other day, hey, if you hit one on me, you do what you got to do because I'm going to do the same thing. Paul, I don't think cares. I don't think Paul cares at all. I do remember those older guys, though, that as the person was turning, they would be like,
oh, yeah,
ready to fight them.
Motherfucking them as they're going around the bases. And yeah.
I didn't even think.
We had it last year in Colorado when Devers hit a home run. Who was the pitcher in Colorado? I know his name, but I'm blanking on it. He got mad at him, was like, run. And we also had it with Schoolball for the Tigers Cy Young winner. And Zach.
I don't know about Schoolball, so we can go ahead.
Who's the shortstop for the Angels? Zach Neto. They did it perfectly. They jawed at each other, like F you, and then 2 seconds later, they looked at each other and they nodded like, sorry, man. And after the game, they were like, it's heat of the moment. Yeah, he hit a home run. I was mad at him. Like, I still think that we should allow athletes to have like short fuses, because that kind of makes athletes in a way, like when you get into that zone.
Yeah, we don't need to be hampering competitive edge. We're looking for a competitive spirit and competitive edge out of guys. And I think if some people, Barry Sanders, handball the ref every single time. But if your natural reaction is to let the person know that you just, hey, all the work that I put in, okay, was for that moment right there, and I just You're a punk, dude. Like that is if that is your natural reaction, I think you should be allowed to do that. The NFL tried to get rid of dancing. Was not good. It was not good. Eliminating emotion from an emotional thing is never a good idea, I think. So whenever like the whole anti-pimping of shit was like a thing for baseball that I learned about, I'm like, we don't want emotion, but we want them to care. I don't know how that.
I will tell you, if you want to see the worst version of it, go watch college baseball from like 5 years ago. They put in the strictest rules. You're not even allowed to like talk to each other now or look at each other. And everyone gets upset because I have a contrarian opinion because I'm like, they needed that. Those kids were insane. They were like doing WWE wrestling stuff with like 10 people in the fans. And it was always at the other team. Like they'd hit a home run and instead of celebrating wildly with their boys, they'd just be like so aggressive. College is crazy now. You can't like fist pump. You're kicked out of the game. And I say they needed it. Crazy. It's like
the Tennessee kids.
I mean, it was insane what the college kids were doing.
You're saying the boys needed a little bit of
too much.
We need a little bit of this needs to slow down. And then we assume they'll allow a little bit back. And then there'll come a generation that'll go too far again and they'll have to come back. I love that. Didn't the Tennessee, against Georgia.
Yeah, spiked it.
Go Dogs.
Stone Lawless.
You remember that? And then the guy stole the
robbed the homer to end the game.
Yeah, which, by the way, the Dominican guy stealing Aaron Judge's home
Julio
run.
Rodriguez.
Oh, my God. And then doing a full. That was, see, that's what I'm talking. I want more of that. See, I understand baseball. We don't need all that. We don't need all of that. I respect it. Hey, thank you for joining us, man.
I appreciate it.
Will you do it more throughout the season? A long season, man. Long season.
Yeah, we have a crazy schedule. Yeah, 162 games in 180 days. Baseball season is unbelievable.
What do you do? How many shows do you put out? How much? Because I see all your clips, obviously. So what is?
I do 3 Yankees episodes a week. I do at least 3 of the breakdown, the lip reading things a week.
Great.
Awesome.
Those are great.
And then we have a bunch of other shows. And as the company, we have it's like I think it's like 200 things a week covering baseball. To diehard people that love the stats, my breakdown videos are much more to people that have never watched a full game. But like, here's a storyline, here's some narrative, and here's what's like happened between the cracks.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah, I'm the guy. Yeah, I'm the one you're talking about there. Yeah. Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I loved it. Yeah, I loved everything.
They're great.
Yeah, this guy did this guy doing this at this time. It's fantastic. I appreciate you taking time, and we'll see you again, man. Good luck out there. Have a great season.
Thank you. See you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's on the other side of the card? I saw you holding a card. Are you a fidgety guy, or do you have actual?
Yeah, very fidgety. I'm like, fidget spinners were made for me. We just did our pregame show, and these were all my notes for that, and they just never left my hand.
Any good ones? Any good notes that we didn't get to on this particular show?
Roman Anthony.
You want some my favorite ones?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, the Mets. Let me see. You want negative ones or positive ones?
If it's the Mets, you can fire a couple negative ones out there.
Yeah, it depends who it's against.
I found more positive for the Mets, actually. All right, here's what I did. I really love dumb stats, so I'll give you a real dumb one. I was looking at the most popular names that have hit home runs on opening day. I used to have a show called Stats That Exist But Don't Matter, and it was basically like, here's some. I'd lay out a whole framework of why this is important and the stats, and then at the end I say, but this doesn't matter at all, and then the video would end.
That's clever. A curveball. You said,
yeah. Just at the end, like this was. I just wasted your time. The name Mike. That's the most common first name for opening day home runs.
Wow.
There's only one Mike in the league right now, Mike Trout.
Really?
The most common last name, you're like this, Pittsburgh, is Davis, and the most common age for guys that hit opening day home runs is 26. Henry Davis got the start today for Pittsburgh. Last name Davis, age 26. So if he hits a home run, I'm a genius. If he doesn't, it's a stats didn't matter.
Yeah, I understand. You're the man, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jomboy. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. That was awesome.
That's awesome.
Henry Davis, this guy.
That's Hank Davis.
Yeah, former number 1 overall pick.
Yep.
And he plays
catcher
for the Pirates. And what we know is he's got pop time, AJ, from here to here.
Studied Kendall his whole life.
Did study.
And I hope the Mets, and I know they got a lot of money in research and shit like that, he's not scared to do bang and boom. What guy's on first?
Jack back first, yeah.
He's a little lazy.
Keep him tight.
Especially when there's a lefty bat, and he'll go behind that batter, one of these right here. And turns out, last conversation about baseball here that we're going to have for the next at least 20 minutes. I'm a sidearm thrower now. You see that? Yeah, I just learned it. I'm a sidearm baseball thrower.
Show him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a sidearm baseball.
Found his arm
So
slot.
is this like when you're turning two, or just in general?
It's just when I'm fucking having a,
just throwing.
Just when I'm throwing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good to change that arm angle.
What do you mean change it? This is what my natural.
He found his arm slot.
This is what I. Oh shit! That's what I should have been doing. Oh no!
Drop the stone. I got another stone.
Yeah.
Oh, stone. Hey, yeah. So I'm
Busted
turning
on the transfer.
I'm turning that shit right here. You see that edge?
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
good.
Right, and also I'm tucking this thing like this right here.
Boom. You're out.
Popping mitts.
Yeah, that'd be scary to see if you were standing on the mound pitching, dropping down and throwing that at me as a right-hander.
Now, I do think I probably should be submarining when I'm pitching against Clayton Kershaw. Probably give me a little bit more accuracy in this entire thing, but I don't think I'm supposed to be a pitcher, brother. That strike zone was small up there. I was standing there trying to find it, and I just don't know if I would have been able to hit. Who's that guy that got drafted, couldn't hit strike zone, ended up being a tight end?
Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, I understand. I don't know how any of them hit that thing up there.
He was a Bucko legend.
AJ doesn't even have a glove. That's how you know.
That's because
I don't have one up here. I should have brought it up. You're right.
Yeah. The only baseball stuff that Cincinnati is known for is 1869.
Yeah, and clocks.
And also the opening day celebration is incredible.
It is sweet.
From my understanding.
It's like a St. Patty's Day situation every year.
That's what I heard. And then your owner goes, so what? You want me to move the team? All right.
I will.
Shut up.
That was a couple years ago. I think he's changed his tune.
We're at a different time. I understand. We're at a different time.
We got the clock out front now.
Chuck Logano's sending some fact checks in the group text. I don't know if you saw
Oh,
that.
yeah. What did he say there? What did he say
Chuck,
in that fact
Chuck
check?
has his truth. He has his truth.
Chuck said that turns out the oldest continuously operating baseball team is the Atlanta Braves. They were founded in 1871 as the Boston Red Stockings.
Oh.
And then they moved from Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta, but the franchise itself has existed continuously. Close second, Chicago Cubs, established in 1876. So 1869, I don't even think they're talking as the league even was there. So
And the Red Stockings turned into the Red Sox once they went to Atlanta and became that team.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on chat here. Google AI was singing a different tune.
Yep.
Oh, no. AI's wrong. Well, we have come across a time where we have more access to information, but what's the accurate information at the time that we are currently at?
Yeah.
That is kind of a crazy time to be a part of. So we're very lucky that we have human AIs a part of our world. Ladies and gentlemen, one of those. Senior NFL insider for ESPN, Adam Schefter.
Yay!
What's going on, guys?
Hey. How do they look? How do they look? Yeah. Yeah, so bright. So bright, AJ. This man just went to the dentist this morning. Just got the entire thing. We're fresh out of a cleaning right now. These are the whitest that they are going to be. Not as white as AJ's. AJ.
Yeah.
We got some good grills right now. Schefter, I don't know if you're breaking more news right now or what you are currently up to in this NFL cycle, but we do know there's a couple things that are certainly worthy of a conversation. Myles Garrett's getting traded from the Cleveland Browns. Why did they do a whole new contract for Myles Garrett unless they are trying to trade him is the question that is heating up around the internet. Obviously, the internet is going to grab onto fodder and grab onto any piece of information and run however they want to run with it. But is this setting up for a Myles Garrett trade? And what exactly happened with his contract that sent everybody into an uproar?
Yeah, well, here's what happened, okay? And, again, I got a call on Tuesday night. A team called me, and they're like, hey, all right, do you see this Myles Garrett thing? I'm like, no, what? They said, his option bonuses were shifted around. I'm like, yeah? And they're like, well, if you're shifting option bonuses around, usually there's like some trade smoke. Now, let me say this. Right away, I called the Browns. I'm like, what's going on here? And they're like, we are 100% definitely not trading him. I'm like, okay. Now, I will say this. They were adamant about it. And they're like, don't even bring it up and dignify the fact, because we're not trading him.
Shout out us then. Just bring it up. Shout out us, dude. Yeah, sorry about it.
But hold on. We'll so the great part is it comes out, of course, Field Yates sees it, other people see it, that the contract language was modified, and everybody makes the conclusion that other teams also drew. Oh, something's going on. Now, here's what I would say. Again, all I can say is that the Browns were adamant to me, we are not trading Myles Garrett. This was not done to trade Myles Garrett. This was done to give us more cap flexibility. I'm just telling you, and they couldn't have been stronger about it. But that's not going to discourage other people from wondering and speculating, could he be traded? And again, I'm just telling you, they told me no. Now, I will say this also.
Now, you twice now. Now, everybody else in the NFL is saying you don't do that unless you're thinking about trading somebody potentially. But the Browns are saying unequivocally, 100% no. Now, there is. You've done that a couple different times.
Option, but sorry. Okay. Well, I just got out of the dentist, Pat. The number is wearing off my mouth. Anyway, the option bonuses were moved every year in the contract, so it wasn't just this year. So, could there be a point in 2 or 3 years when it's easier to trade him? Yes, absolutely. But the Browns say we're not trading him.
Okay.
That's all I can tell you.
Okay, we appreciate the inside information from other teams' views upon it and also the Browns' views on it. I think the Browns have been pretty clear that they do not want Myles Garrett to go anywhere else. Myles Garrett came out publicly, kind of took a slight shot at the front office, Andrew Berry, for what he said about going to Canton publicly. Loud. This shit was loud. And they ended up making him the highest paid defensive non-quarterback of all time, and he's still there. So it's like, I think the Browns have been very adamant about it. This is our guy. But I love the fact that everybody sees the shift and goes, we would only do that if we were trying to fucking
send him out.
So
got to get some flexibility down the line. That's what I would assume. Like it gives them flexibility in a year, 2 or 3 years if they want to move him. I guess.
Well, that's what Andrew Berry's saying. I think that is kind of maybe not Andrew Berry. Maybe it is Haslam. Maybe it is Monken. Who knows who Schefter?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Sure.
Was Schefter there whenever Monken showed up the first day as a head coach? Remember at the building?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was there. Grabbing coffee, right?
Yeah, I think you're in the background coming out of the bathroom or something. All right, we'll figure that out as we go. Big news coming out of the NFL. We have a game on Wednesday night to kick off the season and Thursday night. In the past, it has been Thursday night and Friday night. Now, the Thursday game will actually be played at 10:35 a.m. in Melbourne, Australia, and the game will be live Thursday night here in the United States of America. Felt like there was a lot of backlash to this one, but I would like to say if kickoff week is going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and why not, Foxy?
Need Friday.
Why not throw in a Friday game? If this just becomes the new norm, we'd be okay with it. What are your thoughts on how this is going to roll out? And how do you think we landed on Wednesday, Thursday for the NFL, Shefty?
Well, I don't think they're allowed to do Fridays.
We have the last couple of years. Remember Brazil, and then, so I get it.
All right, Friday.
Yeah, there are certain rules, but in this particular case, with them wanting to play in Australia as badly as they did, and with that game working out to be Friday morning in Australia, Thursday night back in the States, that meant that they had to move up the Seattle home opener to Wednesday, September 9th. So it's going to be a great week because Monday's Labor Day. And typically that week, everybody in the fantasy football community, you may not care about this, but anybody who plays fantasy football there, we always did our draft the night before the season, Wednesday. I can tell you this, there are going to be fantasy football drafts everywhere Tuesday night. The season's going to open Wednesday night. Going to be another game Thursday night. And that's going to be that week. Wednesday night is the first time the league has had a Wednesday night home opener since 2012, Cowboys-Giants, which was the year they moved it up to accommodate the Democratic National Convention on Thursday night when Barack Obama was scheduled to talk that night. So first time in 14 years that they're opening on a Wednesday night. It'll be in Seattle that Wednesday night, and it'll be a great week of football. What's the matter, Pat?
Skenes is getting fucking hammered right now.
Oh, no.
Skino's getting shelled in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, it's 4-2, and they're all celebrating. I don't know what
Oh, no.
I appreciate what you just said. Everything's good. All right. I'm sorry. I just was showing the low light that Paul Skenes getting shelled right
can't throw
now.
a fucking strike to
It's
save
the
his
first inning. We're down 4-2 to the Mets. I mean, it is 5-2 to the Mets. Sorry about that. Wednesday night since 2012, whenever we made the NFL moved from the Democratic National Convention. I think last year we had a Friday game. The year before that we had a Friday game. I thought Thursday, Friday was going to be the rollout for the NFL season nowadays. Wednesday, Thursday is going to have to be just as good. Maybe Friday, get out to a high school football game. Hey, get out there to a high school football game. And we're going to be so excited for ball whenever this happens. I'm excited to see how it plays. And I'm excited to see if the Australians show up 10:35 a.m.
Oh, they're going to be there. They're going to be there.
Have you talked to them? Like, do you know that? Do you?
Yeah, they're going to be there.
Okay. I love the Australians. I've been there. It's really far away. The only issue that we have with their Aussie rules football is it's impossible to watch because the time change is so crazy. When I was over there, communicating with you guys was just like damn near impossible. My family,
unless you just stayed up all night.
It was like a damn near impossible thing. So I know they have an NFL fan base over there. We are very thankful. We think they will love our game too over there from what I know of their people. And obviously we got Australians in the leagues and have for a while. But it's like, man, 10:35 a.m. they're being expected to show up and turn. They will. Hey, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. I don't think they do that. AJ has a question for you, Shefty.
Yeah, Shefty, what's going on with Tom Brady? He said he wanted to come back. He was going to play again. Then the NFL, shuts him down, or he says they do not like this. Can you tell us exactly what happened here?
I think probably a lot of players toy with the idea at some point or another with coming out of retirement and returning to play again in the NFL. Most players are not as accomplished and as decorated as Tom Brady. So when he has that idea and even checks into it with the NFL as a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, obviously they conveyed to him that they didn't care for that particular idea. By the way, you know how much I love this, right? When we're doing the show and information flows in, this is what I was telling you. The Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961 prohibits NFL games on the second Friday in September to the second Saturday in December, starting at 6 p.m. or later. Labor Day is Monday, September 7th. So the NFL cannot violate the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961 and schedule a game Friday night this year.
Didn't we?
Last year
we
they
played
were
a game on Friday last. I'm
2 years in a row.
And 2 years ago, yeah. So did they just pause the
But
sports
that's
broadcast?
the second
Yeah,
Friday.
it was a week one, so it was the
Last
first
year was-
Friday in September, not the second Friday in September. So then you must be able to do it the first week of September, and then
Correct.
after that.
So we changed it. We moved it up a week, I guess.
I guess.
Why did we do that?
Good question.
Well, Labor Day is Monday, September 7th this year. Last year, it was earlier. So Labor Day is later this year, which, because of the rule, the Sports Broadcasting Act of 61, it prohibits the NFL from playing that Friday night.
Can't
So
wear
it is
white.
against-
Can't fucking play football on Friday.
You got to be kidding me.
All right, I didn't know Labor Day had so much implication. It really
Lot of
does.
juice.
1961. Jeez, we've been doing this 65 years like this, and we're trying to change it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we that is
Hand up.
grossly ignorant out of us. And thank you to the stats machine from the government that just sent you that piece of information while we are chatting here. Let's talk about the NFL in 2000.
Straight from Capitol Hill. Straight from Capitol Hill.
Trump texted you?
Wow, Mr. President.
Which one?
Mr. President texted you?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, listen, I'd like for them to take care of the TSA issue before we fly out to the owners' meetings, but but the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961.
Let's take care of that TSA.
Yeah,
please.
Please. We get some photos out of there. We need to live our lives. Connor has a question for you, Shefty.
Shefty, 5 league rule proposals were kind of thrown out there by the competition committee. One of them in particular, though, was the 1 year only, allowing the NFL, right there at 5, allowing the NFL officiating department to correct clear obvious misses, basically, if there are replacement refs. It feels like all roads are leading to the replacement refs. Is that the kind of vibe you're getting? Because the latest thing was that essentially the NFL didn't have somebody there for the counter proposal, allegedly from the NFLRA. So what are you kind of hearing? What's your feel on the situation? And should we expect this ref thing to last all offseason?
Look, I think that this country's got a lot of issues right now, TSA among them, but this is right. Shortly thereafter, we got a problem with the referees and them trying to figure out a new CBA here. And the two sides are far apart. The talks have broken off. The way it was described to me, and it has been described to me for the last couple of weeks, Ty and I have talked about this, it was dire a couple of weeks ago. It doesn't seem like it's changed at all. And the NFLRA feels like the league is not making good faith efforts. The league feels like the NFLRA is not stepping forward and open to talking and figuring out a solution. Who knows what's right, but both sides are accusing the other of not being willing to get a deal done. And the NFL is already taking steps to basically have rules in place if there are replacement officials, whether they can review calls from Park Avenue in New York, whether there are officials being brought in from the college level, whatever it may be. I think everybody's preparing with the idea that replacement officials are certainly possible. Like, we are a long ways away. The CBA doesn't expire to the end of May. And there's always a lot of saber rattling in advance.
Yeah, saber.
But right now, it doesn't sound good. Today, it doesn't sound good. Could it change next month, next week? Sure.
Yeah.
Or today, bad.
A lot of public negotiating going on. The NFL has released a counter statement to the NFLRA. This is happening, I believe, in real time. We continue to focus on investing in accountability and performance in our officiating. Scott and his team haven't changed their approach in almost 2 years, continuing to demand raises at almost double the rates of the increases realized by the players over the course of this CBA, and in addition, millions of dollars in marketing fees that rank-and-file union members never see. We are ready to continue negotiations to reach a fair and reasonable agreement, but in the meantime, while the union refuses to engage in a meaningful way, we will continue to prepare for the expiration of the current agreement because we will be playing football in August. A lot of public posturing going on.
Yep.
Good luck to all parties. Good luck. We need refs.
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
We need good refs. Okay? So let's figure this out. Because those high school refs from before almost ruined the game.
Awful.
They almost ruined the game, Schefter. And I don't know what your tweets were from around that time. I'd like to go back and see if you're putting enough heat on these replacement refs for ruining the game. Now, on that note, once that Fail Mary happens, the Refs Association goes to the NFL. No post-game pressers. This is not full-time. No ability to fire us. We ref for as long as we want. Do you want? You tell me.
Up to you.
And they got him.
They did.
Nobody's ever got the NFL like that before. I don't know if the NFL is going to take two of those. I don't know if that's going to happen. So them publicly saying, we're going to create rules so that if these ass refs have to ref our games, we're calling the games in New York. I'm fascinated to see how it goes. This is a big deal for the sport. Hopefully they're able to figure it out. Hopefully they're able to come together. And we need refs. We need good refs. We also need refs that, if you suck,
hit it.
Get them the hell out. It's a meritocracy, brother. You know what I mean?
You're going to hear a lot more about this. I guarantee that. A lot more as the summer gets closer. This one isn't going away anytime soon, I don't think.
Scott's got his heels in the sand.
Yeah, he does.
Fists in their face. Saying, we ain't moving. You are a disgrace. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Schefter.
Yeah, Shefty.
Thank you, Shefty.
Speaking of disgrace.
Paul Skenes got pulled in the first inning.
There's a WBC curse going on.
He had a tough. Well, he walked the first batter, which is never.
Well, he
good.
hit a guy.
He also hit a guy, and he also
hit a guy. So the walk wasn't the hit.
No. He had two walks, and then hit a guy, which wasn't great. O'Neal Cruz.
What I say? If he gives up 10 home runs, I'm done.
Well, he didn't give up 10 home runs. He gave up a triple and a double back-to-back, which kind of killed him. But
this the Sun in New York.
How many outs here? We got one out.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
Well, I didn't see that.
The Pirates?
This is what we worried about with the Buccos.
It was. They already had 4 runs at that point.
True.
They're going to bounce back. Long game. They got 2 in the first inning, too.
That is the Pirates. I was told it was different.
No, we
Did
never.
you see that guy just Savannah Banana that thing?
We never said the defense.
Savannah Banana guy catches that, does a backflip.
Yeah. Not that
Pittsburgh
Sun.
Pirates guy misses.
Stanford
Not
told
that
you to
Sun.
take him, too. Stanford Steve, that was his pick.
It's a long game.
This is Pittsburgh Pirates.
It is a long game.
That's the
You're right.
Sun. It happens.
Stop showing this.
I'm not doing it. I'm not giving up on baseball today.
No, you can't. You can't.
We'll see. We'll be back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice about change your life. Goodbye. Oh.
Get that glove on. Get that glove on. Get that stone.
Get ready for 4 o'clock. Get ready for
Feel
4:10.
that stone. All right? Yeah.
Popping mitts.
There it is.
Popping mitts.
There it is.
Skeno.
Feel that stone.
Guy couldn't throw a strike. Jesus Christ.
For the good of
Skeno.
Started the game 3-0.
Worn out.
Look what I just did. A guy in the outfield can't do that. What's that, buddy? You're saying he's worn out?
He might be worn out a little bit. I don't know. Or maybe the
Cancel
boys.
the WBC.
What the
They were seeing the ball today, though. Sometimes you make good pitches.
Cancel the WBC.
We're not doing that.
Easy.
Baseball needs to be more boring when Paul Skenes is pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I get that shirt?
Ruined all the best players in the world.
Oh, man.
They're not going to blame.
I mean,
They might.
If the Red
That's
Sox,
what I'm thinking.
The Sox lay an egg.
All right, let's do some picks for Sweet 16 tonight. Let's
Like,
get out.
hey, you mean get beat like they're going to and they should?
Fuck up.
All right.
It's
We'll
not
see.
that bad, guys. Skino's ERA right now is only 67.5. Okay.
What does that mean?
But last year his ERA was like below 2.
It means if he would have went 9 innings, he would have given up 67.
Correct.
That's right.
But he didn't.
Hold on, okay? He only went 1 inning.
No, he didn't go 1 inning, so that's why it's a little skewed. He got 2 outs, so he'll be able to really crater that thing.
Only up from here. And what happens when the Buccos come back and win 6-5?
That'd be cool.
I need them to do that in the first 5 innings.
They will.
Okay. I need them to speed this
They
up.
will.
Yeah, I heard the first 5 is the one.
It Skenes in so many fucking parlays today.
So many.
Yeah, I
Back
just
to the
replaced like
fucking
4.
drawing board, man.
Scooble's
I
throwing a
want
gem.
the fucking crown one time.
Sox, first 5.
No.
No, we got to bet
Hold on.
Scooble. Scooble quit on America. You know he's throwing a gem today.
That's a good
No,
ball.
he's playing Slam Diego. He's playing in Slam
playing the
Diego.
dance.
What did I say to you this morning
I
about Skenes? So I said to somebody. I was very worried about Skenes.
You did say that, actually. You're right.
What do you mean? He walked in a good suit.
It was just something off in his
Forgot
last
his
spring
glove.
training start.
He was hanging out. Paul Skenes ERA, no pitcher in live ball era since 1920 has posted a sub 2.0 ERA in 3 consecutive seasons.
And that's going to continue
Nice.
until he bounces back.
So I do know about getting yourself behind the 8 ball pretty good. If you give up a punt return early in the season, you might as well. The fucking season's over. You might as well, because your net
That would.
is however negative. So if you punt that from the 40, your net is a negative 40. So you need what's that? You need an 80-yard net to get that thing. You're kind of constantly
Chasing,
just
chasing,
fighting that
dragging.
one forever. You know where a fun one for punting is the team decides to punt from the plus 37 week 1. That's fun. Okay, that's really cool. Can't fucking just kick a field goal here is what we're doing? Nah, yeah, put this thing 17 yards up into the sky. You're going to fight that for the rest of your season. That's what Skenes is going to have to do for the rest of the year, huh?
He'll be okay. I mean, if he throws 7 innings and doesn't give up any runs, his next outing, that thing's going to fucking go. Yeah.
Let's put some picks in for tonight's Sweet 16 Thursday. We obviously are chasing the crown. The crown has been very elusive. So if you would like to fade us, probably good move. And by us, I mean me. Somehow everybody else that I talk to in this office wins when I'm not betting with them. And that kind of how it goes, Foxy? That was
100,000%.
Oh, we lost on darts. You did. I'm like, you're the fucking one giving me the bets.
Well, speaking of,
Yes.
we do have a mortal lock.
Don't say that.
This is a cannot lose.
No,
Johnny
not.
Clayton versus John Rock.
Yeah, go, Johnny, go, is going up against, the Gout Man is going up against John Rock, who has yet to win.
Okay, Goutman still battling? Gout?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's feeding him at this point.
His limp was improving a little.
AJ, I've gone to European darts to try to fucking find a crown.
They're in Munich tonight.
That's a dangerous line. Johnny Clayton should be minus 5,000.
All right.
I would agree.
Go, Johnny, go!
I think I'm better at darts than Johnny Rock is, based on what we've watched the last several weeks.
Gumpy, are you betting on this?
Yeah, John Rock is absolute shambles all across Europe. They are saying John Rock is.
What is this?
Is a nightmare. He hasn't won. He hasn't won one match since joining Premier League darts.
Is this night 8?
This is night 8 in Munich, and Gumpy's been part of the Clayton Coop since day one.
We haven't hit a team ride bet yet, boys. That's what I'm
You
worried
know
about.
how you do.
We're doing it.
Go, Johnny, go, go.
Go, Johnny, go!
Gout.
Huh?
Johnny Clayton.
Johnny
Johnny
Clayton.
Clayton, go, Johnny, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's fighting through it.
John
Johnny
Rock
be
is just-
good.
He fucking he took that gout foot and put it right to somebody's ass last time I watched. And getting the dart out was
He's top of the table.
every time.
Yeah.
A Littler Clayton parlay is even money, just saying.
Yeah, and also Gin Van Veen is back from his kidney stone.
Littler's got bunting? Yeah, right.
Again. And Van Veen's going up against Goin Price.
I'm not doing that. All right, I'm emptying the account.
Yeah,
here.
Bunting beat John Rock 6-0 last week.
I just emptied the account on Johnny Clayton. We do not think you should do that. Once again, I'm on one of the coldest.
What time's that tip off?
2:15.
2:15 tip in Germany.
We've got to have eyes on that one.
Go, Johnny, go!
Connor loves darts. It is something. He really loves it.
It's so fun. I'm skipping stone.
Just
and I'm
moved to
throwing
minus
darts.
140. It's falling like a rock.
Why?
It was minus 160 this morning. I don't know what's going on, but I'm worried about the gout, man.
It up.
I just bet 1,000 on Johnny.
No, me too. Hold on.
All right, I'll jump in.
All right, Team Rod. Here we go.
Johnny Clayton, go Johnny, go, go,
Can
go.
he throw from a wheelchair if he needs to?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, he basically is in one.
You could shoot from a wheelchair. If
All
you
right,
needed
let's
I
go.
need to watch him play.
It's down
It's
to minus
electric.
140. What?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
All right, let's move along. Let's just act like it's not a big problem.
This is basically like the 2008 Patriots versus the Cleveland Browns, and the line's dropping. We don't know what's
Do they have
happening.
Myles Garrett or they trade him?
They traded him.
I don't think they're trading Myles Garrett.
Why is that? Because Schefter told you?
Not this year. I don't think so this year.
Shefty said,
Well, there's
they told me 100% unequivocally they're not trading. Like, I don't think Shefty would go that hard, you know? Once again, speaking of going hard on things, Dan Orlovsky, we love you, buddy.
Love you, Dan.
Love you, Dano.
Dan.
Love you, Dana.
Something else happened?
No, just the same thing.
Just, he's still going.
Probably still crying.
I saw some people because yesterday we gave
Put that picture up, though.
Yeah, being kind. We're trying to be. We love you, Dana. We love you, Dana.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be kind.
Well, Dana didn't answer my FaceTime first time, long time, the other day. So, dude, he's pretty upset. Then I saw, we did We love you, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
We love you, Dan. We birthed you, Dan. Like we did one of those, like a parent would.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
yesterday. And I saw a lot of people saying, whoop, the ESPN black SUVs just showed up, told Pat to apologize to Dan. It's like, nope. I just knew Dan was probably going through it pretty good right there.
Yeah.
And we wanted to let Dan know we are sorry that it happened on our particular program. We still believe that we are right.
Yeah. But it's all love.
We don't love the way that they're putting his picture up. And then asking if any people of the past have done anything of significance before, because he said, is Fernando playing any big games? Obviously, he just won the national fucking championship, ran through the CFP, and they're undefeated, 16-0. So obviously, everybody's like, Dan. And Dan was just trying to, in the moment, he was just battling. I think Dan was talking to us as if he was in a living room. And we lost our
We knew that was going to happen.
That's Dan Orlovsky.
Yikes.
Oh, no.
Well, second day of construction, and we lose
What do you know?
There you go.
What do you know?
We're still live, Bill said.
All right. This is good. This is great. But we love Dano. Is what we
Love you,
say.
Dan.
Yeah, love Dan.
We love Dan Orlovsky. Actually, we just disagree on this particular fact. And also, we like Ty Simpson. I like Ty. I hope Ty Simpson's good. I like Ty Simpson's moxie. I just think that Fernando has earned the right to just,
Playing big games.
Clear cut.
this is the one guy. Could they both be good?
Yeah.
Could they both be bad?
Yeah.
Yes.
Could one of them be good and one of them be bad? Yeah, that's the draft, baby.
Mm-hmm.
The draft is literally one of those. You don't know. Now, you can piece things together, traits and tape, and you can piece those things together to try to predict, and which is what every NFL team is trying to do in these things. And I think we see some things, obviously, that we really like, especially whenever we have, I did a lot of this for a living, but when I wasn't doing this, I was just standing on the sideline. So field pass is pretty comfortable location for me. Can't see shit. Sideline's a lot better. The end zone can't really see much, but down there you can. And it's just like boots on the ground. We have pretty good conviction that Fernando's a guy. Just from everything that we've seen in between, not just on the tape, but in between downs, sideline, how he is with his team, all that type of stuff.
Teammates talking about him.
Yeah, pretty good prediction. But he might be ass in the NFL. There's a chance he's ass in the NFL.
Never know.
We have no idea, but we feel very good about it. And we also think he's earned the right to just, this guy's number one guy. We think, once again, Ty Simpson, twice though.
But he came back on.
We're down,
We're
actually.
down. We're down.
Oh,
Okay, so
Well,
that
Bill
is
said
back
we're
in
back.
play.
And
Bill
we're
said
back.
we're
And
back.
we're back. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're back.
While we're here, should we put it on record that also, while you said what you just said, Dan did that to himself?
Dan did choose to do all these things. But Dan was talking like he was in a living room with us, trying to make
He
this point.
forgot.
Which is his fault.
Agreed, but he was in his car,
His fault.
I think he handles it well. I'm sure. I I think Dan handles it fine. I don't think it's affecting his life too much. Do you?
We hope so. We love you, Dan. We love you, Dano. And we'll find out 10, 15 years if you're right.
Exactly.
About Tyson.
Yeah.
And we'll find out about Fernando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully they're both Hall of Famers.
Hopefully.
Actually. All right, let's get the hell out of here. I'm going to go talk to a couple of construction folks. I think I have to talk to the city. Hey, we need power. So, like, how do we...
What?
Just how do we not do that?
Did you guys cut something out here?
Hey, I saw a fucking backhoe again driving through the... And then we lost all the...
Oh, these are your wires?
We appreciate the workers. These guys are working their asses off out there. But can we get a little heads up about the power out there? They need to keep it. Who cares? Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're in this thing together. We're back tomorrow for an incredible Feel Good Friday.
Hell yeah.
Tomorrow's a good Friday.
Huge day.
Oh, yeah, we got Daniel Jeremiah joining us.
Boom.
Moving his sticks.
Boom.
Coach Krzyzewski's on tomorrow.
Two great guests.
Who?
Two great guests.
Oh, I thought you said some three, I think. I think we have
Who
three.
else? You only said two names.
Oh, Pete Crow Armstrong joined
Three
us.
great guests.
I forgot about him.
Yes.
Loved him in WBC.
Yeah. For a couple innings.
Wanted to see him a little more in WBC.
Does he know about the curse? We'll have to tell him.
Well, he didn't play enough, I don't think, to.
Yeah. And Roman's going to break that anyways at 4 against those shitty Red Legs.
Better.
Did anybody in Cincinnati playing WBC?
Can't wait.
Suarez.
We were focused on ball.
Yeah.
Oh, Suarez, he's your stud. These kids.
Yeah, he is. He's warmed up.
I met his family. He's awesome. He's a good guy. God, he was good at baseball, too.
He might hit 75 homers this year.
I doubt it.
Not today.
Maybe. I mean, that's the optimism of March, isn't it? Sweet 16, let's make our picks. Can we do graphics still? I got Purdue.
Okay.
AJ?
I got Purdue.
I got Iowa.
Give me Nebraska.
I got Arizona.
Arkansas.
I got Illinois.
Illinois.
All right.
There you go.
Somebody wrote that down.
Houston's a scary team. Houston scares me, but I do like Illinois in this one.
The other guy said they're big enough to handle Houston, or Illinois is big enough to handle Houston's physicality. They said they'll be able to, because remember, they bop wood.
Yes, they do.
They really bop wood. He's saying Illinois can handle that because their size. Now, if Houston wins, I'm okay with that because I like physicality happening. But sounds like Illinois is like that as well. Purdue, let's go for Indiana. The state of Indiana's had a hell of a run. I'm not saying anybody that are Hoosiers fans are pulling for Purdue. That's not how that goes at all. But would be sick if the state of Indiana just kind of continues to do it. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. We got the Bears here now. Got the football natty. Maybe get the basketball national championship.
Lacrosse.
They got a point guard. Notre Dame maybe gets lacrosse. And they got a point guard who's just, dude, he's a little bit of a defensive liability. But on the offensive side, he certainly can pass that.
All-time leader.
Ever.
Yeah.
Braden Smith?
Yep.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He is fun to watch. Great fade, too. Great fade on his head. All right, so enjoy the night. We'll be back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Might change your life. We're in this thing together. We will remind people when Paul Skenes on mound again.
Okay.
Bad start. That's going to happen.
Long season.
They can still win that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Boom.
I do care if the Pirates win.
Yeah.
It's not just about how Skenes does.
This is game 1 of 100. So
60.
let's lock in here.
A lot of teams.
2.
Be your friend, tell a friend something nice. Might change your life. Go throw a baseball around.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
And here in Indiana, I mean, we lost power before it even started. I think there's some real storms coming. So across the Midwest, let's keep our eyes on head on swivel.
Be safe.
Eyes on the skies.
Yeah, but not too much. Make sure you get in the basement whenever it gets to the point.
Bingo.
What is the Torcon?
Yeah.
What's that?
Tornado condition index.
And it's out of how many?
10.
And what were we at yesterday when we read the dot?
We're going in tonight with a 4 or 5.
Okay, so moderate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the Torcon?
I did not see the Torcon, no.
Well, I think it was Ryan Hall, y'all, maybe.
Yeah, it was Ryan Hall, y'all.
Sure.
Who was it, Bill? Bill, which one did you pull from? Internet meteorologist. Do we know which one Bill pulled from? Because it's not Fike.
No, it's not Fike. Was he a max velocity guy?
No, it might be max velocity.
Nick's definitely a max velocity guy.
I don't mind Ryan Hall, y'all. He'll sit in it.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Hall, y'all will go live for 10, 20, 15 hours.
Bill's not answering.
Yeah, Bill's like personally powering the generator.
Oh, he's on the bike?
Sorry.
He's on the bike.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on 3. We'll see you tomorrow. AJ, great work today. Go Reds, bub.
Yes, go Reds, 410. Can't wait.
I know you and Herbie are pumped up about the Reds.
Herbie's probably there.
That's a Red Sox fan. Looking to steal the day from Cincinnati.
Crochet coming down the chute.
Coming at you.
What if the Red Sox win and say, that Joey Votto clock? Looks like the time is ours, pal.
We'll take it.
And they take it out of the city.
Red just like our socks.
Andrew Abbott might throw a perfect game today.
Nice job.
Yeah, right. He's a bitch, dog.
That's not true. We do not feel that way. Be your friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're in this thing together. Let's enjoy the hell out of sport. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this. You all are the greatest of all time. I saw a tweet from 2017 that I put out this morning, and it felt good for a Throwback Thursday. And the only reason why any of it turns out to be so true is because people allow us to do this for a living, and because you boys kick ass so much. Let's do it again tomorrow before we go into the greatest weekend of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, no. Sounds like we got some more bad news coming down the chute.
Is it just the USA guys?
Mizorowski just gave up a homer at first at bat.
Okay, he didn't play WBC, so maybe it's just
Okay, good.
Juice balls.
Know?
Juice balls. Let's go.
Is it just people we know?
No.
I don't
juice
like
balls.
what people are already going to start saying. I know what they're going to start saying. I've seen it.
Yep.
Be a friend, tell a friend. We won't talk to Skenes ever again.
Or Judgy.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're in this thing together. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this for a living. It is outrageous that this is our job, but we're so incredibly thankful. We would like our friends to start doing better in a sport that we're trying to get into, though. Stat. That's going to have to, I know me, I've been with me a long time. We're going to need that to fucking quick. We're going to have to turn these things around quick.
They will.
I fucking hope, because I'm loving it right now. We had Jomboy on. The guy was fucking spectacular.
He was good, yeah.
We had 2 baseball guests on today.
Yeah. Oh, opening day.
Could you imagine going back and telling me that a couple years ago? Yeah, right.
No way.
Are we trying to fucking sabotage the program? That's what I would have said.
Two chairs, no.
Look at that shirt.
This is from Rob Manfred.
Yep.
Rob Bradford.
Okay.
It'd be cool if Manfred said.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice about change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me. Love you guys. Team on 3.
Love you too.
1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.